the ball.
Well, absolutely. It is Labor Day out here in Germany and across most of Europe as well, a major public holiday as well. And you can see that a lot of fans have just tuned in to watch this match as well. To all the viewers who have tuned in from Dusseldorf and areas like Cologne, Bonn, and of course the Netherlands, which is just a couple of hours of drive away. And we request you to please be here at the ground here in Krefeld and enjoy live cricketing action between Germany and Austria in this international T20 bilateral series as well. Huge shout out to our officials who are going to be officiating this match. It is going to be the two men who officiated the first match as well, Mark Jameson and Vinay Malhotra, will be on the field, with Sunil Gowda having a close eye on the monitors as our TV umpire as well. But Piyush, talk us through the morning as well. 308 runs were scored in the first innings from Germany, which is the third highest total ever in a T20 international, just after a couple of sides like Zimbabwe and Nepal, who scored it quite recently as well. And of course, the opening partnership as well, creating some records as well. So, your thoughts on that first match that we saw?
Well, a total one-way traffic in the end, wasn't it? Both the openers scoring centuries. Well, Ben Kohler Cadmore, watch out for him. He is really looking like an upcoming talent. And in reply, well, it was always going to be very difficult for the Austrians. They started off nicely. They had one batter who scored 84 runs, but other than that, it was a very sorry-looking batting card. But they had no other option but to go for it. And we might see a slightly different display out here by the Austrians batting first in the second game.
Well, absolutely, and that can be a potential outlook from the captain of the German side as well as to why he's won the toss and elected to have a bowl first, just to give a bit of rest to his two openers because they've really played an innings of a lifetime and they're in some sublime form at the moment as well, just breaking records after records as well here at the Krefeld Stadium. But just to remind all of our viewers, this historic broadcast is brought to you by the commercial power of SMW Global and the technological brilliance of Sportvote, as well as we have a look at the lineups. Germany starting off with Musaddiq Ahmad, the captain, along with Shahid Afridi, who played a good cameo, 34 of 14 in the first T20I. Rohit Singh, Hamid Wardak, along with Sachin Mandi, Muslim Ashraf bowled well in that first T20I as well. Nuruddin Mujaddi, also the new ball bowler as well. So no Ben in this second T20I for the German side. Looks like there's someone who's replacing him in this one. And as far as the Austrian side is concerned, Mohammad Zalmai, Umair Tariq, who bowled well in the first one as well, Zishan Arif, Zishan Guraya as well, Bashir Khan, Karanbir Singh, who batted really brilliantly in that second innings that the Austrian side batted, and Irfan Safi, Najibullah Sultanzai, and Amar Naeem formed the playing 11 of this Austrian squad, who now have the opportunity to bat first and put together a good total on the board and in turn apply some pressure on this German side as well.
Well, the Austrians be relieved to see Ben on the bench and not starting this one. And they really went to the cleaners in that previous game, didn't they? 308, the third highest total in any T20I game. And, well, almost breaking all the records as well. But they did well in the back end of that innings. They pulled things back a little. Remember, they were 171 without a wicket after the first 10. And they managed to add not that many as they did in the first 10.
Well, absolutely, Piyush. We were all expecting at one point of time that they'll break the record for the highest T20I score ever, which is 344 by Zimbabwe against the Gambia back in Nairobi in 2024. And then Nepal scored a whooping 314 for the loss of three wickets against Mongolia back in China in 2023 at the Asian Games as well. That was yet another, in fact, at the Commonwealth Games, beg your pardon, as well. That was yet another good record that was broken. Germany took on Austria today, and that was the third highest total ever, 308 for 1. Here we go. First ball of the second T20 international. And no surprises to see Sajid Liaquat with the new ball yet again. He bowled brilliantly. He got a wicket in the first T20I bowling with the new cherry as well. And here he comes, Sajid Liaquat bowling to the opening batters of the Austrian side. Excellent delivery, good shape, and he's got a swift action, has the right arm pacer, isn't it, Piyush?
Well, yes, definitely. And, well, it's going to be slightly more difficult now for the bowlers, only if it wasn't early on as well. They will find a bit more swing now. In fact, bit lesser swing now because the conditions have become slightly warm. Maybe a bit of turn in the track as well for the spinners. We will wait and see.
Well, absolutely. The conditions have gotten a bit hotter here at Krefeld. Short delivery this time. A bit of a heavy ball on the batter. Karanbir Singh once again, who's on strike. Couple of dot deliveries to him. Batted extremely well in the first innings, and now has the opportunity to just kind of start again from where he left in that first T20. He has been presented with that opportunity in the first T20I where he couldn't really capitalize on his really good start. Now he's been presented with the opportunity continue it further with his team batting first. But this is extremely good bowling, isn't it, Piyush?
Well, definitely very close to the batter, not offering too much of width, and three consecutive dots to start off. Well, the interesting part in this innings will be to see how much do the Austrians think will be a good total in this game, because they know that the Germans have already scored something in excess of 300 in the first game, and they would be wanting to get a bit more in the Austrians compared to what they did in that reply, as we see this fourth delivery now and wanting to cut that one away, beats the outside edge. Excellent piece of bowling. Four consecutive dots. How often do we see that?
Well, absolutely. The good thing about this bowling attack for the German side is that they've got a lot of variety in their bowling attack. Sajid Liaquat has started off pretty brilliantly, swinging one away, swinging one into the right hander, bowling the short deliveries as well. There's a lot of variety in this German bowling attack.
Well, yes, definitely. And once again, an excellent delivery. An outswinging Yorker. How often do we see that? And the batter doing really well to keep that one out because it was right in the block hole.
Well, this was a very, very good cherry, and somehow Karanbir Singh has just managed to find a way to squeeze through that one as well. Karanbir Singh, along with Bilal, who are starting off as the openers for the Austrian side today. Final delivery of the first over.
Well, this is what happens when you are trying to chase 309. Your approach becomes slightly different. And this time he connects. What a good cover drive that is. That will run away to the fence like a trace of bullet. Finally, he connects one and gets the opening runs of this innings, gets off the mark. And at the end of the first, now it is four without a wicket.
Well, that was a brilliant shot from Karanbir Singh. Five dot deliveries, you expected him to make a move, and he did that exactly. Brilliant, brilliant shot through covers. There's a lot of inner ring protection on that offside, especially when Sajid is bowling. But he did well to find the gap on that occasion as well. Finds the gap with some precision in timing as well. One over done. It's four for none as we have the left arm seamer who is going to start off as well for Germany. Nuruddin Mujadadi. So here comes Nuruddin coming over the wicket to the other right hander, Bilal, whom we saw getting a boundary of his first ball in the last T20I, but then falling off shortly in that next ball that he faced as well. It will be a bit of a challenge for him. Of course, he'll have more time to settle in to this into this innings as well. And as we've seen so commonly throughout the course of this series, we've seen the fact that they've got a flying slip in play. Just a finer third man. And some good bounce from Nuruddin on that occasion, Piyush.
Yes, finding a lot of bounce, and hitting that hard length, well, the fly slip is needed because with the amount of velocity the batters have been swinging their bats at, it's not going to carry to the slip fielder. It will just go flying over. So maybe a fly slip in place will help them.
Once again, this time he decides to leave that one. Not quite sure about that approach because this pitch looks to be an absolute belter and they should be using the power play restrictions quite early on. But Mohammad Bilal just giving him a bit of time to get his eyesight on level, and of course judging the bounce of this wicket as well because just faced a couple of deliveries in the first match as I mentioned as well. Here comes Nuruddin once again over the wicket with a slip in place this time. That is an absolute beauty from him. Just angling away from the right hander. The seam presentation looked as if the ball was going to come in, but then as soon as it pitched, it just went away with the angle. It's a really, really good ball from Nuruddin.
Yes, this is excellent stuff by Nuruddin. Beating the outside edge once again and threatening to take that opening wicket. Well, they had some struggle apart from Karan B, the Austrians, didn't they, in that first game as well? And now, once again, they are struggling. This time, a wide down the leg side. The wicketkeeper, Sachin Mandi, once again does really well to get across.
A good take by the keeper. It was quite. It's actually quite hectic to go down towards your left, diving your way through. But the wicket keeper, beg your pardon, has done really well on that occasion to stop that one from going towards the boundary as well.
So, an opportunity to rectify it, and once again, right on the money. And it's been defended by Mohammad Bilal. Well, it seems like it has just broken a touch of confidence of the Austrians, being bowled out there after just 15.1 overs in the first game, and now they are wanting to build their innings rather than just having a swing and a whack at everything. Well, the approach was pretty different in the previous game, and it was the need of the hour as well. Meanwhile, at this stage of the game, they are just taking their time out there. Once again, an excellent delivery, taking a slightly awkward bounce and not quite able to get his bat on the ball is Mohammad Bilal.
A really good finish to the over as well from Nuruddin. Just a single coming from that one, and that too off a wide. I think we still have got a delivery left, courtesy that wide as well. The extra delivery, as they call, which is usually very, very disturbing for the bowler and sometimes quite heavy as well in terms of the number of runs leaked. Let's see what happens here.
And once again, through the offside, last delivery of the over, and it's been smacked away to the fence. Well, both the openers are now off the mark of a boundary of the very last delivery. And 5 runs coming off this second. It is 9 without a wicket for the Austrians.
Well, the extra delivery doing the magic for the batter. On this occasion, Mohammad Bilal Zalmai getting off the mark with a boundary as well. It was just a touch outside the off stump and in the slot as well. And he just freed his arms on all over it, clearing the ball over the infield to get his first boundary and gets off the mark as well. Both openers now well set. It's 9 for none at the end of 2 overs. And of course, we will see. In fact, we're seeing a change in bowling attack. I just thought that Sajid, who bowled a brilliant first over, as he just went for 4 runs, has now been pulled out of the attack.
Well, an interesting choice. A change in the bowling in the third over itself, even after bowling so well. And it seems like they are wanting the Austrians to maybe target some bowlers so that they can get some early wickets. Maybe that is the plan out here now.
Well, absolutely, that might be the plan. Here comes the new bowler now. Just have to wait for confirmation as to who's the bowler. Here he comes over the wicket with the new ball as well. Bowls a heavy ball. Beautiful shot from Karanbir Singh. If you give him width, he'll just smack you all over the place as well. One bounce into the fence and it goes away towards the boundary. Second one for Karanbir in this innings.
Well, continuing the form that he showed in the first game, that outstanding innings of 84, adding on with a couple of boundaries in this one.
Beautiful shot this. Just a bit of room given by Shahir Malikzai. Maybe not enough of warm up because that was just a very wayward delivery halfway down the pitch. Lots and lots of width to the batsman as well. Karan Beer, all he had to do was get it over the infield. Would have thought that the ball was carrying towards the boundary rope as well, but just fell short by that one bounce before it. But the power play has really been a key asset for the German side when they were batting in the first match. So it was for the Austrian side as well. And now let's see which ways the power play goes. And a beautiful delivery this time. He's bang on target immediately after that poor delivery in the first ball. Guess it just took a bit of Karanbir Singh's arm on that one. And a touch of swing as well, Piyush.
Yes, that was a much better delivery, much more closer to Karanbir. And we have seen him struggle on that fourth and the fifth stump line. Well, if you bowl the sixth stump line, he's going to smack you through the offside or middle and leg. It's going to be played on the leg side. But that is the line. That is exactly the line they need to bowl to Karanbir.
Absolutely beautiful delivery this time. A touch of swing once again. And that is why Karanbir Singh saw width on that occasion. And all he wanted to do was clear his front leg and go for the shots on the offside. Just a hint of swing from Shahir Malikzai. Seems to be an exciting prospect, this young guy as well, who's been handed over the new ball by the German captain.
Well, lucky for Shahir because Karanbir is someone who connects on a delivery like that one and he's missed out on that occasion. And this time he connects once again with picked up on the offside behind square and has that found the distance in the end. I think it has. Excellent bit of batting once again.
Beautiful shot. This one, the first maximum of this innings as well. Karanbir Singh, he's a very, very dangerous batsman when he gets really set out there as well. 14 of 10 from him. You might as well figure out that he's faced a few more deliveries than expected for his 14. But then it's good that he's taking time as well, isn't it, Piyush? Because in the first match we saw a hurried Karanbir Singh, and in this match, hopefully, we see someone who plays a much more mature innings till the very end of this 20 overs as well.
Yes, definitely. And the more time he spends at the crease, the more settled he is, the more he tends to not take those wrong decisions. And well, he's taking his time out there, getting his iron first, which is really good. And if he is someone who does without getting his iron can score 84, then maybe much more in this one. Once again, some width offered, but this time slightly closer, and he's not quite got the middle of the bat straight to the fielder.
Well, he tried to play that one on the rise, did Karanbir Singh. Just a bit more bounce than he had expected from Shahir Malikzai, who's not the tallest of bowlers. Just was surprised to see that bit of bounce on that one.
So the last delivery of the third, now 10 coming off it so far, and it is going to stay at 10. Well, that is exactly the 9 he needs to bowl. Once again, beats the outside edge. And that is the end of the third now with the score at 19 without a wicket for Austria.
Excellent end to the over by Shahir Malikzai, beating Karanbir Singh this time on pace. Seems to be a very, very good prospect out there as well. And just for our viewers who are tuning in, you can follow the Deutsche Cricket Bund Instagram and Facebook along with the YouTube channels as well. Do subscribe and do follow all these social media channels. The Deutsche Cricket Bund, of course, the official board for German cricket as well. And they're proud hosts of this wonderful bilateral series between Austria and Germany as well. Nuruddin to continue the left armour, angling the ball across the right hander as well. Mohammad Bilal has taken his own sweet time to get his 4 of 7 deliveries now. Looks like both these openers have come out with a perspective of just giving themselves a bit more time than they did in the first one because they had no choice. Here, at least, they have a choice to give themselves a bit more time. Looks to hit it on the onside. Not the best of shots. An appeal from the keeper. The umpire says no.
Well, completely unmoved when Malhotra. They were quite confident. Well, especially the slip fielder out there, he was really excited. He thought that the finger will be raised, and he was surprised when it was not raised. And he just went running towards the umpire. In the end, give it not out, and the umpire's call will stand.
It was actually a very good delivery by Nuruddin as well. Not the right shot opted by the batter. This time, just plays it on the onside in that empty little space for a single. This is good bowling, isn't it, Piyush? They're bowling in the right channels. That good length delivery has come out on a lot of occasions from both Nuruddin and, of course, we saw in the last over from from Shahir as well, and in the first over from Sajid as well. They're just bowling in those right channels, and that is exactly what you need to do. Just follow the basics right in the power play.
Yes, definitely, and they have to continue doing that. Meanwhile, the Austrians, well, this is a nice little partnership, but it won't really work out this way for them because if you see your opposition scoring 308 in the first game, you always feel whatever you score is going to be less. So, trying to play maturely at the moment, but not sure how far it is going to work out for the Austrians. A single taken on that delivery.
Well, absolutely. Need to up the ante a bit here. Last 2.2 overs left in the power play. The last 14 balls. Let's see what happens from here on with the batting side all set.
And that's another dot delivery, just pushed on the offside, not wanting to take any kind of risk. Not sure for how long can it keep on working this way, especially inside the power play. Well, they are very well aware that the boundaries are short, so they are not that bothered about the boundaries outside the power play. But still, they can try and get some quick runs. Last delivery of this fourth now, and he's charged down the wicket once again. The last delivery of the over has been dispatched, and has it found the distance? I think it has. Another maximum. Brilliant bit of batting. And at the end of the fourth, now it's 27 without a wicket.
Well, a classy shot there from Mohammad Bilal Zalmai. He was striking at about 50, and with that six, he moves his strike rate up to 100 now. That was just a gorgeous shot. In fact, it's been called as a boundary from the umpire, so it will be 25 for no loss at the end of the 4 overs. But a release shot had to come from Mohammad Bilal as well, isn't it? He was looking very itchy out there, not not the most fluid of foot movements as well from him in the last 10 deliveries that he's faced, but good to see him just charging down the ground, transferring the pressure back on the bowler, which is such a key asset as well, especially in the power play, isn't it? We often speak about how the pressure can be transferred from one end to the other, but from the batsman to the bowler, there can be a transfer of pressure as well. As we can see, Karanbir Singh trying to be a bit more aggressive than usual, and that is absolutely the way to go, especially with just 11 balls left in the power play, isn't it, Piyush?
Well, yes, definitely, Vansh. It is much needed. Only 26 on the board. Well, they have not lost any wickets, which is a good sign, but they need some quick runs. Well, they have got three boundaries on, in fact, three deliveries, three overs where they got a boundary of the last delivery. So the bowlers haven't quite done the job well before finishing their job. Maybe just a couple of looseners here and there, allowing them to get those boundaries.
And he plays that one late, does Mohammad Bilal. Just plays it right in front of his eyes. And that is actually the way to go from him as well. He's just asking the bowler if he rolled his fingers over the ball, and the bowler says, I don't know. That is the best way to answer that one, isn't it? Shahir showing that he is very competitive on the field as well. They might be good friends off the field, Shahir and Bilal, but it all comes down to competitive cricket when you're competing on the field out here as well. Bit of swing on that occasion once again. Ball just going away from the right hander, but in the end, it turned out to be a low full toss. But Karanbir Singh couldn't really capitalize on that low full toss either. So pressure really building on this opening pair.
Well, definitely no friendship at international level, of course. You might be very good friends, but he's not going to share his tricks. And once again, an excellent over. There's just the 2 runs so far. Well, they have struggled in closing out the overs. Can Shahir do that this time? Once again, a thick inside edge. Not quite able to get off the middle of the bat, and they scamper across for another single.
Well, Pius, just on a different note, German side is expected to win this one, isn't it? They're the hosts. They have played quite a lot of their cricket here at the Krefeld Stadium as well. And of course, given the fact that they come in with a higher world ranking, they rank currently as number 35 in terms of the ICC world rankings. And they're ranked as number 5th in terms of the European rankings as well, in the associate nations, I should mention. And of course, on the other hand, Austria ranked number 42 on the international circuit. So, very well favorites to win this one as well, isn't it?
Well, yes, definitely, and they were always the favourites to win this bilateral series by 5-0. But Austrians can really surprise us. Meanwhile, in the air, he's not quite got the middle of the bat. Fielder underneath will take that one comfortably, and Mohammad Bilal, the man who was struggling out there, departs here, and finally the Germans get the opening breakthrough.
Well, not the best of knocks from Mohammad Bilal Zalmai. 10 runs for his 13 deliveries that he faced, striking at about 75. Just a couple of boundaries for him in his innings. Just try to up the ante, tries to hit the shot on the onside and gets the leading edge and up in the air, and an easy and comfortable catch as well. Let's have a look at the replay as well. Tries to go down the wicket, and the short mid wicket fielder just has to go a couple of steps backwards and takes that one with ease as well. First wicket down for the Austrians. It is 28 for 1. Muslim as well. Really bowled really well in the first match. Did Muslim, and now it's his chance to shine in the field as he picks up his first catch. New batsman is Zishan Goraya, who will take strike and he'll face the bowling of Shahir Malikzai. Shahir is, of course, replacing Ben in this one. And he's really created an instant impact, if you can call that. 1 for 13 in the 11 deliveries that he's bowled.
So the last delivery of this fifth, Zishan has played that one behind square, and the third man fielder will get across. So gets off the mark straight away. That is the end of the fifth now with the score at 29 for 1.
Quick single there from Zishan to open his account. Quick open off the account as well. Really hot conditions here at Krefeld. And we're seeing a lot of viewers coming in to watch exciting cricket here at the Krefeld Stadium as well. Having the likes of Ben Kohler Cadmo, who just performed so brilliantly in the first T20I. Musaddiq Ahmed, the captain, leading from the front. Blistering knock of 122 of just 48 deliveries in that first T20I as well. And now the second T20I is just gearing up as well with every passing ball. This guides that ball down towards the third man fielder. Third over for Nuruddin. Justified with that call, Piyush?
Well, yes, definitely. Why not? Because the batters are struggling up against him and wanting to play it with the angle. The Germans, the left arm pacer to the right handed batter, and historically we have seen how that pays off to the right hand batters, doesn't it?
Absolutely, the slip is no longer there. I would have liked to watch another slip fielder as well. He just throws the kitchen sink at that one, and it bounced more than what Karanbir Singh had expected on that occasion as well. He's a tall man himself, but the bounce actually surprising him on that occasion as well. A pretty slow start for him as compared to what he did in the first match just a couple of hours back. Quick fire 84 in that first one as well. Looks like conditions have changed, and so has the mindset. Outside edge, one bounce towards the third man fielder as well. He's riding his luck at the moment, is Karanbir Singh.
Well, that is what happens once, doesn't it? You just play out slowly in the first two, three, or four overs, and then you feel the pressure of getting that boundary, and it's the final over of the power play, and they are going at less than six and over, and really struggling out here now with Zishan coming back on strike. Nuruddin has been really good so far, and once again it struck the pad. Well, it's pitching outside the leg stump. That is the issue over there. Otherwise, it was going on to hit the stumps, wasn't it, Vansh?
Well, absolutely. And of course, the height might have been a factor as well. The umpire just indicating at the end that it hit the top flap of the pad as well. So, height might have been an issue. Of course, Zishan himself is a tall man, and the umpire had quite a clear idea that it was going over the stumps as well on that occasion. But excellent bowling once again from Nuruddin.
Well, once again, wanting to play that one through the leg side, and that's another dot delivery. Once again, the ball crashing onto the pad, not quite able to get back on ball. And now one more delivery left in this power play. What a good over this has been by Nuruddin. Just the 2 runs so far. Can he close it out? He's been hit for a boundary on a couple of occasions in his on his last delivery. Can he get away with this one? Well, something has to give in for sure. And that's an excellent delivery. Wanting to guide the runway towards the third man region. Nonetheless, that is the end of the power play. Just the 2 runs coming off it. It is 31 for 1 now, the Austrians. And once again, we will have a change in the commentary box. It will be Mayur and Amit who will continue.
Well, thank you so much, Piyush and Van Chawla. It's been an exciting route at the moment, which the Austrians have taken. 31 for 1 in 6 overs. Not huge number of runs on the board at the moment. So Germany will be pretty much pleased with the way the things at the moment are going through after they won the toss and have elected to bowl first. Exactly what Austrians did today earlier in the first match. Well, unfortunately lost by a huge margin of 162 runs. So they will try and replicate of what Germany did today, but it's not going to be easy. With the mic, I'm Mayur Barwa, and along with me is Amit, who is joining me. Welcome to the Combox Summit. A very good evening to you.
Thank you, Mayur. Not very much interested in that, Sahir. He also got success. He's the only one who got a success in this game so far with the ball. Wicket in his column, bowling his third over. Karanbir and Jishan, the two batters out there for Austria. Karanbir already played a big knock in the previous game. This time, low full toss, driven along the carpet, will get a single. Not the great start for Austria, but the best part, they haven't lost many wickets. Just a wicket in this power play. So it's a good start from the Austria point of view, isn't it, Mayur?
Yes, definitely. So the point at which, if you compare for a previous match, also they were struggling. They lost a couple of wickets very early. If you have to compare of what they happened, but again, the conditions will be little slightly different because now it's afternoon time, of course. But oh, the ball just falls and rolls by Shahir. But again, he has given a full toss, well whipped away towards mid-wicket region. Oh, it's four again. The force behind the shot was really very nice. But coming back to that point of comparing of how both the teams went, of course, Germany were way ahead in terms of how they were during the power play versus now in this match in the very first innings. But again, I think sometimes it's not very much a keen that you can compare. Of course, you're playing in the same venue on the same pitch, but again, with the sun coming in much brighter than in the morning, and the bowlers probably might not get that exact conducive that conditions to go on and to the ball. So it might be a little different. But again, that scoring mechanism for Austria, I believe it will be much more of a easier platform than what it would have been uh, in the second innings of the previous match.
Completely agree. And also, one more thing which I have seen in this game so far, that they have learned so much from the last game. Oh, this time coming back in, not in the best position to play the shot. There's a big gap between the bat and pad. Lucky because of that extra bounce, the ball didn't hit onto the stumps. And change of pace as well from Sahir. So far, it's a good over. Only 5 runs from it.
Here's a
Karanbir,
Anarchist. There's a good pace which was just wrecked up in there. Nice movement, but on the front foot he plays it, and with the shot he just went, and that's why it did get some good portion of the bat in there. But 3 overs from Shahri has been bowled. I think it's still good in T20 cricket, just 20 runs along with a wicket. After 7 overs, Austria 37 for 1.
well, at this point of time, if you see Austria at the moment 37 for 1. In the previous game, they lost wickets very early. But in this game, and also Karanbir, who's playing the game very differently as we compared from the last inning. It was a furious knock from his blade. He played the shot, but that's what required in that game because they were chasing 309. But in this game, he got a different role, I feel, which he has to play till the last so that Austria can be in the comfortable position and all the rest of the batter can play their game freely. And Karanbir, because of that experience, oh, this time swing and a miss, hard length delivery, extra bounce, and the carry was brilliant. And Mayur, one more thing, which what I want to say at this point of time, Karanbir, who is playing a very different game in this match, if you see, is faced 20 deliveries so far, scored 19 runs already only in this game. But in the previous game, we have seen he was very furious. He was
Exactly the same point that I was actually about to say, and you actually hit it very aptly. Again, that's the difference. At the previous match, there was the target inside, and again, is now again the same top scorer now in this match also. But this time they have to play more sensibly, not only because they have lost the previous encounter, but now they have to build on the innings. They've lost 1 wicket again, but it's all about how we can stitch on. And if you see the of course it's Jisan at the moment, but at the other end, when he kept on losing the wickets in the previous innings, that's where he was still unfazed of what's happening at the other end. But the number of runs that kept on increasing the pressure on Austrians. He held one end. So this is again a very mature tactic, I would believe, that has come from Karanveer. Again, that ball doing very different kind of a movement. One shaping in, one shaping outwards from Fires. Again, they have been employing that short stuff. You won't see that pinpoint accuracy line has not been employed by Germany, and that's pretty much intentional, I would say, because they could see it coming, that they're feeling a little uncomfortable. You won't see too much of fours and sixes coming in, and I would say it's completely justified the way German are bowling at the moment versus the Austrians. You can see another slow delivery. He is in trouble for sure. Is Jisan? Where is the fielder gone? He's running much behind, and I believe a catch.
Brilliant piece of bowling from Fayaj. And that's a catch. At first, keeper thought that he is the one who's going to take this catch, but there was a fielder who takes the catch comfortably. Second wicket goes down. And now, Fayaj. No run in this over. And a wicket as well. Could be a maiden wicket over. Interesting to see where he is going to bowl the last ball. And also one more thing which is very interesting, and how strange the game of cricket is. In the previous game, if any bowler from Austrian side, if he is bowling 3-dot delivery, it this game, oh, that's a good delivery, tucked away on the onside, gets a single, looking for the second but denied by the non-striker. So the point which I want to make, in the previous game, if any bowler bowling 3-dot delivery was looking like a big success, but in this game, if you're bowling a 3-dot delivery, there's nothing big much deal in that. You have to take a wicket. That's what Fayaz have done in his first over. 8 over gone, 38 for 2.
Yes, 38 for 2. And you can also see where you can follow through all the social media handles of the Deutscher Cricket Bund. You can follow it on Instagram, you can follow it on Facebook, you can also watch this match on the YouTube channel. And all this tournament, this 5-match series is coming live to you, the second at the moment, from the Bayer Oredingen cricket ground in Krefeld here in West Germany. Lovely conditions again. Oh, movement away. He's played with soft hands, thankfully. No one at third. There is a fielder which has just come at the nick of time. So those will be a couple of runs. Not a huge venue. So your running has to be so apt. And they have done really well to cross numbers for the second time. This tournament is under the European T20 International, being organized by the German Cricket Federation, which I've just mentioned, officially known as the Deutscher Cricket Bund. Germany have already made it 5-0. They'll be definitely trying to look into make it 6-0, and that will be so much of a booster for them, for sure. And Amit, I'm sure you'll be agreeing, the way Germany has been playing at the moment, they'll not let anything to get easily towards Austria, isn't it? And definitely will try to make it 6-0.
Definitely, there's no doubt in that, because the way they are playing the game, the way they have performed so far in the previous game, they were dominating Austria in all department of the game, and now once again here in this game, short pitch delivery, played the pull shot over the keeper, that's gone for 4. There's a photographer who's helping the fielder. 7 runs already in this over. This time once again trying to play the similar shot. The previous one was not the best in control. Once again, the Sajid who's bowling in that channel and enticing the batter to play the similar shot, and that's a one bounce signal from the umpire as well. And consistently he's bowling in that channel. Consistently he's bowling the back of length delivery because it's a good surface, providing some extra bounce to the bowler, and that's where the batter finding difficulty. This time puller delivery, he was ready for that. Played the shot. Is it a catch? No. Fell short to the fielder at long off. The batter was ready because the last two deliveries were short pitch deliveries, and this time he knew exactly where the bowler gonna bowl, and that's where he played the shot. Not much foot movement in that shot, but the weight transfer that we have seen.
Yes, a ball left now for Sajid. He has also done really well. I'd say it's a nice mini comeback, putting over the wicket. A lovely looking drive. This is from Arman. That's what he really need to do. Just be there.
47 for 2 after 9 overs. The scoring rate has really slowed down here. They are struggling to find the boundaries at the moment. The bowlers doing the job perfectly, bowling in the right areas. Karanveer and Arman, the two batters, fighting really hard. This time, cut shot from the back foot. Is it in the gap? Yes, it is. That's a boundary. Lush green outfield helping the batters. Such a beautiful timing on that occasion, using the pace of the bowler. Gets a boundary.
And also the half century has come in for the Austrians. They mightily relief more than pleased, I would say. At the moment, in the 10th over, they're getting it. Germany still with this boundary, they will not be displeased because they know they have been able to control the run flow. So it's so much to look forward to. So the timing and the running, I believe it has gone all the way. I have to check. Did he take the runs or no? Yes, back to back boundaries there. And he knew this time it was much more uppishly played from the right hander, but much more controlled, I believe. Too much of room and width from Fires, which allowed Arman to just amplify the energy. I don't know how much calories he has burned while playing that shot. All those pictures are coming to you because it's a nice conglomerate production of SMW Global, which is the commercial and event producer behind the event, working in partnership with the German Cricket Federation, with Germany being the 41st country in which they are involved. So, massive congratulations to SMW. And also, much kudos to the co-productive unit of Sport Vote, who are leaders in streaming cricket, kabaddi, and other sports, and are leading an effort
ahead, maximum for him. And that's how he loved to play. The previous game we have seen, he done the absolute carnage with the bat, and now once again, he said, enough is enough. Now I have to play my natural game. Played the beautiful shot, bowler missed in line, bowled this time fuller delivery, and paid the price. This is turning out to be a big over, Mayur. Already 15 runs from it. And once again, keeping it outside of, away from the range of Karanpreet. And that's a dot delivery. That was a mammoth. That was a beautiful shot, isn't it?
And you can see at the other end, I have never seen Karamveer getting eased out. He always keeps on passing on something or the other to his co-partner, always holding up his hands, getting very much animated. So somewhere he's not very satisfied because that was a dot. He doesn't want to waste any delivery. It's a slower one. How did it miss? The leg stump will be the question. If there was a fourth stump, I'm sure it would have been cartwheeling. And Karan Veer will be saying, okay, that's good that I've got the strike, being that back to back dot delivery. Again, you can see that slow walk towards Arman will only tell you that he's not entirely happy with the way those two deliveries have been consumed. But halfway through the first innings, a small little break, I believe the hydration power will be coming
Hello
up
everyone,
after 10
my
overs,
name is
62
Vineet,
for 2.
founder of Sports Ovation, a company that combines sports and innovation. Whether it's about custom made bats which give you instant feedback if you middle the shot, or if it's about the bat sensors that give you a detailed analysis of your batting session, our aim is to improve your performance with the help of technology, technique, and innovation. Check out our website sportsovation.com or visit our social media channels to share your problem, and we promise to give you a solution for that. Innovative solution for sports is our motto at Sports Ovation. Hello everyone, my name is Vineet, founder.
So after 10 over, 62 for 2, Karanbir Singh, 30 of 26, Mohammad Bilal and Jisan went
Hello,
cheaply, and
hello.
Arman playing a good knock here, 14 of 7. These two batters are playing very sensibly, and also whenever they got the opportunity, they convert that into runs, and that's where score goes to 62 for 2. And now the spinners coming in. Interesting to see whether Germany will attack with the spin, or they are playing a very natural game here. Interesting to see the field placement as well. And especially in
And
front of.
also with the left-handers, with the left-armers coming in, I believe that might just be putting a little bit of a change there. So it's a good ploy. I'd love to probably see two slips in place also. What do you say, Amit? Would you love to see a silly point, probably a backward short leg in place also to put that extra pressure on the batsman?
Well, I think at the moment, if you see, they are going with the slip, and also once they get the right momentum, obviously, you want, as a captain, you want to attack, but at the same point of time, it's a T20 cricket. Anything you missed in line or length, you got punished. And that's what German fielders will definitely not gonna try that to stand in short leg or sleep point. But and you were talking about the sleep point and short leg. Now there's no sleep as well, so they have got a different mind.
Oh yes, I don't know whether there are speakers there on the venue. As soon as we mentioned, it had just gone out. Not a single one assisting the wicket keeper. But you know how Jatinder has been juncture. I thought you might be coming in probably in the 13th or the 14th over. Again, it need to be given in their hands. Don't have to do anything which will be giving any freebies to Austria. They've been able to hold them, or almost strangulating for runs. I think the best runs portion came in between 8 to 9. After that, again, they have gone to recourse to some one. All hands on the waist. It will tell you that Jatinder, in his very first over, who could have got a wicket and made it 64 for 3, will remain at 64 for 2 for the Austrians.
And wicket of Karan Beer. That's a big, big fish. How can he drop the catch like these as a wicket keeper? And this time, once again, Karan Beer looking for a single. This one a deadly single. Batter send him back, and that's a good decision, I guess, because Jatinder, who was very quick, picks the ball very quickly and threw it to the non-striker, and he's doing everything. Still didn't get a wicket here. That's how strange the cricket is.
Oh, yes, it's stranger things have happened in the game of cricket, isn't it? At one point, you feel you're so much in the game, and suddenly there are breaks applied. And Germany, the more they will try and close in on the innings, they still have 8 wickets to play for our Austrians. So it's not going to be easy, as I've mentioned. If you'd have already gone by the situation, you can see now the batting has become little bit more simplified than what was before. We can talk more about it in the next over. 11 overs bowl. Austrians are 67 for 2 after they have been asked to bat first by Germany. So it will be only be very much hugely crucial that again that Karan Beer stays as long as possible. He's on 32 not out of 28 and will be the main fish remaining to be caught in the fray for Germany.
Well, Germany currently ranked 35th in the world, Austria at 42, and we are witnessing a competitive European clash on the cards here. And previous one was the one side, game. Germany have had dominated that game in all the departments, but in this game, Austria had got a different plan. They are moving steady. Cut here. That's a fighting spirit we have seen from German fielder.
Seriously, so good, isn't it? That's what you need from your fielders. Every time you come and bowl, you might be in a very solid position. Germany very much in a driving seat, but every run saved is energy being preserved. But here the calories are burning in the wrong direction for Austrians, and it's the huge wicket of Karanveer who is gone now. You're trying to move ahead, but it is just a huge breakthrough that Germany has gone, and they'll be so happy to see the back of Karanveer now going back to the pavilion, which will mean that it's the hardest of the nail which has been drilled into the coffins of Austrians. Again, trying to up the run rate, trying to press the accelerator. But unfortunately, plays it straight to the man, the waiting safe hands of the man at point. A wicket gone by, Austrians lose the third wicket. It's 69 for 3, and Muslim gets his first wicket in his very first over.
Well, the bowler is building the pressure ball by ball, and because of that, the batter has got no other plan instead of playing the big shots. And Karanbir, who looks to play the big shot in the previous over, he got the life, but in this time, he is got caught and walks back to the pavilion. And now, after the wicket of Karanbir, Austria is in big trouble. Muslim, who's bowling his first over, toss sitting up, no fear in front of Karanbir Singh, and that's where he shows the bravery. He has got the plan, and by building the pressure, he's got the wicket. Once again, trying to bowl in that channel. Big appeal by the keeper, and the finger has gone up. 2 in a row. What a wonderful piece of bowling from Muslim.
You ask for it, you get it, isn't it? 2 in 2. Ah, he must have thought that, okay, here is a stitching period. Karambir is gone, and this is a bad shot. This is a bad shot. He was trying to play it against the turn, missing it completely, and good glove work behind. And he was looking immediately at the squaring umpire. I really don't know why he was looking at it, because he was displeased with the decision, I believe. But again, umpire had a very watchful look onto it, and he said, "Yep, I can see your back leg not in time." So it's a good cumulative work, isn't it? So now he's standing and at the doorstep of a hat trick is Muslim. And you can see over number 3, over number 9, and look at over number 10. Almost it's going over the screen of ours, but that was the biggest one. But how they have made from 1 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12. Now this over has produced those back-to-back wickets. So it's going to be so very important of how they now move ahead, and it's not going to be easy at all for Austrians.
Incredible piece of bowling from Muslim. 2 wickets in a row. He's on a hat trick. Once again, very close. Appeal by the bowler, not very confident. It was going down the leg. What such a wonderful piece of bowling. He is accurate with his line, mixing up beautifully with his.
The very first one for Germany. So spinners very much in control, back-to-back spinning. First Ravinder, then Muslim, putting a chaos, putting the cat among the pigeons. $70 for 4.
Because of that extra bounce, he got the life. Arman. Quicker delivery. Outside off. And Jatinder also has got beautiful bowling action. He come diagonal, and because of that angle, he's bowling into the stumps line, and that getting the extra bounce and some turn as well. So that's where he's asking question consistently. This time, toss it up, full toss, played it on the onside. Will definitely get some runs there. Just a single. And also, one more thing about the German bowling lineup, that they've got the very good combination, fast bowlers and the spinners. And as the game progress, we have seen the spinners bowling continuously. After the power play, we have seen this, but in this game, to build the inning. And for Austrian team, they are basically relying on 2 3 batters, but in front of this classic bowling lineup, you have to be very cautious while playing the shots. Backing himself in front of Jatinder, who tossed it up and got some maximum.
That's a very good shot. Needed a six, isn't it? After such a long time, it has come in. They did try to play these shots early on also, which also made 2 wickets go, including the wicket of Karanveer, the downfall. But this six will be taken with open hands by Austria, and why not? They've been struggling to perform of not only because of the runs, because of the wickets, which have also gone down. Now, back-to-back wickets have really just broken the backbone, especially as I mentioned, the wicket of Karanveer. That was the six. And Jatinder didn't look behind. Absolutely doesn't look behind. Now he looks behind, knew that the ball has gone for all money. 7 overs left in the first innings of this second match. Austrians are 79 for 4 versus Germany. Good ball from the left-hander. So he'll be trying to make the ball go on the eye line. As he continues to try and upset the rhythm. Muslim, he has already done it before. Look at that cross-batted shot. And I seriously don't believe you need to play that, because there's now there are less than 7 overs remaining. Your first thing is to try and finish all those 20 overs. And this will only add to of the spinners, and then the medium pacers will come. That will make things more and more difficult. How we've seen in the second innings happening for the Austrians when they were chasing the memo target of 300 plus. So things are again seeming little grey here. Again, similar shot. It's really baffling of why Amar is trying to play that shot again and again. It's more of a tail-ender shot, isn't it, Amin?
Yeah, rightly said. He's playing the shot like that. Once again, Muslim, after 3 dot delivery, trying to bowl the quicker one, and this time Amar picks it up very quickly, coming across, played the shot on the knees. Such a wonderful shot. Great to watch that a maximum.
Yes, good connection. This is from way outside off stump, and he must be saying that's the reason why I was trying to slog it, and eventually at the third time he did get it, and now on the offside, first towards corner, and now towards long off. You don't need different camera angles to know. Only look at the bowler as he disappointingly takes the cap. Muslim from the umpire. What was a pretty good over has been spoiled with his back-to-back sixes from 2 for 2 in his previous over. Now it becomes 2 for 14 in 2 overs for Muslim. 91 for 4 after 14 overs for the Austrians.
After 14 over, 91 for 4. And Amar and Arman. After 14 over, 91 for 4, Aman and Arman, these are the two batters. They are building up the partnership. And also, we have seen that this is turning out to be a good partnership after the wicket of Karanbir Singh. We have seen two maximum in the last over. That's how we are shifting in the momentum. Jatinder is the bowler at the moment. Is showing his power here. Amar, 20 of 13. Once again coming across, but this time a fuller length delivery played it over. The bowler will get a single there. Two maximum in the last over. Mayur, that shows the power, that shows the intent from Amar.
And very much required, so isn't it, for Amar, because he have been slogging and missing. His very much of a slogger, if you can see, and connection came very perfectly fine for him. But both A and A show now. A for Amar, A for Arman. Arman was there when Karamveer did get out. I'm sure his first intentions, first talk would be with Amar to just play his natural game, and that's what he's doing. And it is just coming all short. It just looked downwards, but still, it's pretty decent bowling economy from Jatinder. Previous match, 3 overs, 1 for 43 for Jatinder. At the moment, he hasn't yet captured any wicket, but really well played all the way towards a long off. So Jatinder finishes with 3 overs, none for 18. After 15, it's 96 for 4. And we'll also be having a change.
Comes into the attack and does not deliver with the right kind of approach. But as you can see, the Deutsche Cricket Bond are the proud hosts of this tournament as well. The DCB Cricket, do follow them on all their social media channels as well. But it's been hit high, and has he taken it?
Not a good sign for the Austrians.
Well, the 100 was up because of the no ball just a couple of balls back, and then he tried to just accelerate with those shots, going after the bowler. I think it was Amar Naik. Build a partnership on this occasion, haven't they, Piyush?
Yes, definitely they haven't, and first game. And this time it's played by Irfan on the offside, and he gets off the mark.
Well, that will be the end of the over. It will be 106 for the loss of 5 at the end of 16 overs as the last 24 balls of this innings await. We've seen a very, very good performance with the ball from the Germans yet again. As many as 7 bowlers have been used by the captain on this in this match. Starting off with Sajid Liaquat, none for 13 in his 2 overs. Nuruddin Mujaduddi, none for 12 in his 3 overs, and 1 for 9 in his 3 overs for Shahir Malikzai, who was the surprise package for all of us in this match as well. 1 for 16 for Fayaz Nasiri, Jatinder Vashisht completing his 3 overs, none for 18, and Muslim Ashraf, who's been the game changer on so many occasions for Germany. Now starting off with 2 for 14 in his 2 overs as well, and Shahid Afridi being into the wickets column yet again with 1 for 9 from his solitary over that he's just bowled. So in and out, an extremely courageous performance by the captain actually to try out 7 bowlers. Firstly, in the first match also he tried 7 bowlers. Here's Sajid, who has a say at the death overs, and he's been greeted with a huge maximum from Arman Randhawa.
Well, that's a brilliant shot. It seems like he was set before the ball was. tonight, today in the evening rather. Well, once again, charging down the wicket, never in control of it, and it went straight up in the air and somehow manages to land safely.
To hit that one, slog it on the onside, but misses out on the big opportunity as Sajid enters into the wickets column as well. Sixth wicket down for the Austrians. It's 114 for six now.
Well, once again, a timely wicket, isn't it, for the Germans? Just as you feel that the Austrians are getting going from here on, and well, once again, another wicket, and Sajid hitting the timber. That time, the bail just went flying over the wicketkeeper. That is how quick that was. And that's the big wicket of Arman, who was well set, departing here for 33, a well made 33.
Well, the umpire just had to pick up the bail from a very long distance as well. And as you can see, one of the bails is missing, and that is courtesy the magic from Sajid, who has just got the well set Arman Randhawa out for 33 of 23. 1 6 and a couple of boundaries in his innings for Arman. But now his day has been completed. Not the best of days for him with the bat, but he would still feel that he's done a decent enough performance for his team to make them reach towards this kind of a total. 8 runs off this over, Piyush. This really has to be an important phase for the Austrians, and they have to make sure that they don't lose wickets in this crucial juncture of the game, isn't it?
Well, definitely, and it seems like Sajid is going to go full and straight, and there he goes! And once again, he hits the timber. 2 and 2 for Sajid, and the Austrians are once again on the collapsed middle stump of guard. 7 gone for the Austrians.
Well, that is just a clever, clever delivery from Sajid. That was a slower one. Najibullah Sultanzai coming onto the wicket. Let's have a look at the replay once again. He was all set to go for the big shot on the very first ball. A bit slower, I would say. Maybe he just rolled his fingers over the ball as well. And that is middle stump, as you rightly pointed out of the ground as well. Back to back wickets. We've seen that on quite a few occasions now. 3 times where we've got a hat trick opportunity, but on none of the occasions have we seen a hat trick. Will we be able to see that one now? A very, very good possibility of it.
Well, yes, definitely, Vansh. And Sajid, he is completely pumped right now. He is going to go full and straight once again. I'm very sure about it. I called it the previous time as well, and I'm telling you, he will go full and straight up against Zishan. It's an opportunity, a big opportunity to get an international hat trick for himself.
Well, the Deutscher Cricket Bund, the Association for German Cricket, who are proud hosts of this international bilateral series, 5 T20Is, as Austria is touring Germany here at Krefeld. And do follow them on all social media channels to stay updated about the channels and the news as well. Hat trick ball incoming.
Here we go once again. Sajid against Zishan. And Sajid once again, this time missing the length slightly. Maybe he would have wanted it to pitch it slightly more further. And Zishan, he's done the job once again of keeping the hat trick ball away. Well, once again, an excellent over by Sajid coming to an end. A couple of wickets in it. It's 114 for 7 after 17.
Well, that was a brilliant, brilliant over this from Sajid as well. 2 for 21 now in his 3 overs. He's absolutely bowling fire at the moment as well. And good to see that the captain is trying out a few new options with the older ball as well in the death overs. Sajid, of course, the option that he's tried in this T20I. And of course, along with him, Shahid Afridi, who bowled in the middle overs in the last match, is now bowling the death overs. A slower delivery this time. As he saved a couple of runs there.
Well, I'm not entirely sure about the approach that is out here by the Austrians because they have only 3 more wickets left, swinging at everything. If they once again lose 2 and 2, once again in danger of being bowled out. The first target for them should be to try and play out the 20 overs. They have another 17 deliveries left from here on. 17 singles gets them to more than 130, which could be a decent total.
Extremely good bowling once again. You can see what he's trying to do is Shahid Afridi. He's trying to bowl it right into the slot. And he's making it tougher and tougher for the batters. As we see Irfan Safi on strike now. In fact, Zishan long way out of the boundary as well. Just using the pace on that delivery. And he gets his first six, opens the account as well.
Wow. Wow. What a brilliant shot that was. Well, it reminded me of Rashid Khan, someone who just flicks it away without using his feet. And he's done exactly that. An excellent shot using the pace of the bowler. And, well, greeted nicely. Well, some quick runs all of a sudden. Once again, right in the block hold. A perfect delivery by Shahid. A good comeback after conceding at six.
Well, the projected score right now, Piyush, is 140. And if they can get to that 140, they'll be very, very pleased with that performance, especially from where the middle order batsmen have kept this innings as well. Zishan and Irfan both have to make sure that they can at least accumulate around 15, 20 runs. You can have a look at his stance as well. Zishan is covering all the stumps.
Single on that occasion. Was that given as a leg by the umpire? Not sure. We will wait and see. Nonetheless, one more delivery left in this 18th. And where is he going to go next? Shahir. Well, he should be bowling it full and straight. Once again. Brilliant bit of batting this. And the lower order is doing an exceptional job out here. They have posted 130 now in 18 overs. Still have a couple of more overs left, Vansh.
Well, absolutely. I think that one might just be called as a boundary because it just pitched in. Did it look like a boundary to me as well, as the fielder even indicated that one as a boundary, but the umpire has called that as a six as well. So, good call by the umpire to call that as a six. 130 is the score after 18 overs. And as you said, they're pulling out some really, really good shots in the back end of this innings. Irfan and Zishan, as they've got 1 6 respectively. There comes Sajid bowling to Irfan once again. Pushes in from deep mid wicket and makes sure it's just a single.
Well, these are all valuable runs for Austria. And can they push to that 150 mark now? It will be something to bowl at for the bowlers. We know that the Germans scored 308 in the first game, but they have to put that behind themselves and try and think about the situation that is out there now.
Well, absolutely. Irfan 11 of 6. Strike rate of 183. Tries to give himself room this time. The bowler does well. Bowls it just a touch shorter, confusing the batter. And that is why he's regarded so highly in these situations as well. Is Sajid. He's bowled 3 overs into his final over. Bowling the penultimate over, never easy because batsmen are always looking to target you in these last couple of overs as well. Comes Sajid rushing in again. Fuller, and how has that missed the off stump? I think the bowler cannot believe it at all, and so can't we.
Wow. Well, that was very close and almost wicket number 8. Sajid, he's got a couple of wickets, both of them hitting the stumps. and almost the third clean bowled as well for him. Well, once again he put him. So a maximum once again for Zishan. Well, the umpire just wanting to confirm with the fielder there. Once again runs.
Well, beautifully played, firstly. Should have been taken in the end, though, at long off. You can see that he moved a bit later than it was expected from him. And yes, it was a tough chance. Just got one hand onto that one, but he should have made sure that the ball was inside the ropes as well. Beautiful shot by Irfan.
This time he has guided it behind square. So
Nice
another
piece.
single taken.
It's a nice piece of work this from this lower middle order. We were mentioning about the 140 mark. They've already reached that 140 mark, Piyush, and they are now eyeing at that 150 mark, 13 runs short of that mark. Final delivery now coming up in the over as well, and have a look at where Irfan, or in fact Zishan, is standing.
Well, yes, deep into his crease, and once again he lifts that one up through the leg side. Another maximum. That's his third. Would you believe it? Well, in fact, it's in Irfan this time with a maximum. That's his first one, and well, we are heading into the final over, and now maybe with 160 on the cards. What an excellent over that was for Austria.
Beautifully played, just erring in his line and length here. More towards the leg stump, the line, and the length, of course, being a full toss as well. Too full on that occasion. And that was an absolute elegant shot from the batter as well. 144 for 7 with one over left.
Well, how many more can they get in this final over here? These two, they are striking the ball sweetly at the moment, Irfan and Zishan.
Well, final over coming up as it's me, Vansh, and alongside my colleague Piyush, bringing out live action right from Krefeld, Germany, to you here in this international bilaterals T20I series. Double header today. We saw an exciting first game, a record breaking first game today between Germany and Austria. And now we're seeing the second T20I as well. What a good platform this one is for all of these players to showcase their skills, their talents, and what they've got to the entire world as well. And it cannot be a better feeling than expressing it for your nation as well. Fayaz Nasiri is the new bowler who comes into the attack. 1 for 16 for him in his 2 overs. He's got an important job to do, which is to close out this first innings well. Plays that one on the offside, does Zishan. Striking at about 200 now. He's looking for the couple, but they'll have to settle with the single here. Well, once again, you can see the kind of quality that Fayaz is possessing. 1 for 17. He's bowled well. Needs to just close it out nicely now. These two have stitched together a beautiful partnership, both of them striking at over 180. And if you have a look at the overall scorecard, these two have really provided a good impetus to the innings at the back end, which is why it was required at the deep end. He's just swiveled on the offside, in fact, hit it. And I think he's hit it for a six, has he? He has. Beautifully played. That is just absolutely tremendous from Zishan here. He's made sure that he just settles in. He's got his eye on the ball now. And he's just smacking them all over the park, isn't it, Piyush?
That is brilliant piece of batting. Once again, it was right in the arc for him. Well, it wasn't quite in the arc, but the length was pretty much for him there, Zishan, and he's just swiveled across for a maximum as he goes once again. This time, a couple of runs taken. Good running between the wickets.
Excellent running. He needs to be on strike. He absolutely needs to be on strike for these last three balls because he's just in the form of his life. If you can say 150 also comes up with that maximum on the last ball. Can they reach 160 somehow? It can be a very valuable total if they can reach 160, courtesy these two.
Well, once again, just moving across the wicket, and well, it won't be given as a wide even after it's outside the tram line because the batter moved, and Fayaz just following the batter smartly and gets away with it. So a dot delivery, crucial at the back end of the innings. Just two more deliveries left now. But it's been a brilliant innings by Zishan, hasn't it? Once again he connects. But has he got the middle of the bat this time? Yes, he has. Another maximum for him. The score moves on to 159. Brilliant. It just keeps on getting better and better, doesn't it, for Zishan and Irfan?
Well, 10 balls for his 27. Four maximums now. He's only dealing in sixes, is Zishan Arif. Have a look at that one once again. He stands right outside the off stump as if to tell the bowler he is going to hit it on the onside. Bowl as fast as you can. He does bowl it fast. But Zishan, with the bat swing that he's got, he's just connected that one superbly again.
Right then, last ball of the innings. Once again, he goes thick outside edge. Well, they are running for everything. They have to run for the hills, try and get as many as possible. It's gone away to the fence. Four more runs. Big, big over this final one. 19 coming off this Fayyaz over. And they have finished their innings here at 163 for 7. Well, at one stage, even 120 was looking very difficult. And somehow, these two, especially at the back end, have managed to get these many runs.
Well, absolutely, Piyush. That's the kind of momentum that they required at the back end of the innings. And they are very, very fortunate that Irfan Safi and Zishan Arif, both of them have really played crucial knocks. 11 of 19 for Irfan Safi with a couple of maximums, striking at 172. Zishan Arif, well, take a bow. He finishes off with 31 of 11, four sixes, and one boundary in his innings, striking at 281. Well, they will be disappointed, will the German side, because of the last two overs. The last two overs have not panned out the way that they had expected it to be. Fayaz Khan not bowling in the right channels as well. Sajid Liaquat also leaking a few runs in his last over, but that really can happen on such a wicket. As well as we have a look at the scorecard, Karanbir Singh 34 of 30 started off slightly slower than we all had expected him to. Mohammad Bilal Zalmai 10 of 13, a pretty slow start for him along with Zishan as well. The striking features of this innings were Arman Randhawa and that partnership along with Amar, as well as he scored 22, did Amar. And in the back end, crucial knocks 19 of 11 from Irfan and Zishan scoring 31 of 11 as well. Piyush, your thoughts on the bowling attack?
Well, they started off really well, didn't they? Especially Sajid and Nuruddin gave away just 31 in the first six. A couple of wickets for Muslif Ashraf once again in the middle overs. Surprising, he didn't come back to bowl. Two overs, two for 14. And he was probably the pick of the bowlers along with Sajid taking a wicket each for Shahid Fayyaz and Shahid Afridi.
Well, there you go. The fall of wickets. First wicket fell on 28 inside the power play, and then it was an absolute conundrum. 69 is when the bowler was on a hat trick, was Muslim Ashraf. 114 had a couple of wickets as well as the fast bowler picked up back to back wickets on the third occasion today that these players were on a hat trick as well. As we will see live action coming to you in just a short while, as the German squad requires 164 to win.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Vansh. They lost the first game by 162 runs and they have managed to score 163 now. So they have taken 40 overs to score the amount of runs that the Germans scored in the first innings of that first game. As you see the highlights there, Well, this was the start in the power play, a thick outside edge, the wicketkeeper not quite able to get across. And well, the power play, it gave them a pretty slow start, didn't it? They did not get that many runs, and the pressure kept on building. And then the fall of wickets, of course. Well, that was an excellent shot by Karanbir. As you could see, couldn't quite continue with the form that he had in the first game.
Well, absolutely, Piyush. They started off with the opening pair of Mohammad Bilal Zalmai and Karanbir Singh. This was
So, very good evening to all the viewers out there. Germany need 164 20 balls, and it's going to be a good run chase here. Left right combination, that's what the plan from Germany. Here we go for the run chase. There's a safe incoming delivery for the left hander. Well, in the com box, uh, I'm Amit Birtharia. Along with me, it's Mayur Varua as well. Mayur, welcome to the run chase.
Thank you so much, Amit. And Germany, yes, 164 needed of 120 as they started off with a wide. It's a very good delivery, shaping little inwards. Will be also be joined after the power play finishes by Vance Chawla and Piyush, who again, I'm a little jealous when I'm trying to say this, the way they get onto the mic business, wicket starts just starting tumbling. Fuller one and angle bat, not a perfect of the timing if you look at an opening business, but will go crisscrossing right between the fielders, I believe, to get the first opening runs for Germany. Started off a wide, and I don't know how many runs have come to the kitty. I have to check how many. Believe 4 runs, so make it 5 for no loss. It's a good start here. It's not a huge target. I did predict 167 while we were having a chit chat between you all the commentators, but 164 is the target. Shouldn't be a huge workload. A nice in swinging delivery, but again equally well played. Umair with the ball, he'll have that certain onus, the certain neck of trying to make the ball curve inwards. But now, as he'll turn around, it will be for the right hander. Musadik on the back of a tremendous century. He'll try and keep the momentum going for himself. He was the only wicket which fell down in the target in a run scoring of 308 runs when Germany were inserted to bat first. So, Amit, what do you feel from Musadik? You'll continue the rampage from where he left off in the first match?
Definitely, that's the best way to play. And I think as a player, if you play your natural game, you are in the best areas when you are playing your natural game. And that's what required from the opening batter. And also, one more thing, there's a change which we have seen. Along with Musadik, it's Hamid now, not Ven, who's a left-hander, classic left-hander, scored centuries in the previous game. But that's a reason. That's why Musadik, it loves to play the big shot early in the inning, facing the second ball over the bowler head, gone for the maximum. What an intent from this young batter out there.
And no surprise, as he has just brought out something which you really expect him to do very early on. And the way he just got off the mark, I'm sure it will not be raising too many eyebrows, isn't it? But 12 for no loss in the very first over, with one ball still legitimately remaining. Need to be a little more circumspect with how they have started off. And he will not lie down too easily. Just one leg down. These are not slow overs. If someone is joining us late, this is not slow overs, or these are not highlights. These are live action. First over being bowled, and Mudassir Ahmed has already started off like a house on fire. 18 for no loss after the first over for Germany.
Yeah, rightly said. It's not a highlight. It's a similar kind of shot, bending on the knees, clearing the front leg, allowing himself to free his arm. That's what we have seen from Musadik to maximum. Austria Tour of Germany 2026. This is the second T20I, and Germany is all set for the run chase. Although they have started the run chase as well, we have seen a massive two big hits in the last two balls, and now in this over especially we have to see how the other partner is going to play the game, because Musabik is very aggressive batter, but along with him it's Hamid now got the opportunity to open the inning with with Musadik. And what kind of a role he's going to play here, whether he is playing anchoring role cricket or is also going to go with this similar fashion as Musadik played the cricket so far.
Jishan comes into bowl. It's a nice clip of his legs, almost like a Bharatanatyam shot that he has played. And if I have to talk about how Germany, they've already got all the influx of different communities coming in. There've been then there've been all those cricketers coming in from India, from Pakistan. There've been two players who were born in Afghanistan also, so which has really built the strong community to bring up a very good German team here. But on the other end, it's all about making the record straight. They're definitely trying to make it a six, a very good straight record, which will be so much be proud of. This is Austria. The only time that was on the 10th of June in 2022, which was almost 4 years back when Austria last won, and they won by 38 runs, the Austrians versus Germany. This action coming to you live from the Bayern Wendigen cricket ground in Krefeld. And I don't know how many of those cricket grounds, big or small, this ball is not going to be flying over from the blade of one and only Musadik Ahmed. Just stand up and bow for yourself, because this man is seriously knows how to make a remotely great connection between bat and ball. And seriously, he slammed his shot. And what the best thing that Musadik is his composure, isn't it? I mean, just about his composure, how he gets that connection so perfect and gets the best of the runs through his blade is really astonishing.
Nicely played the shot. So, not only relying on the boundaries, but also after getting the boundaries, converting, taking singles, rotating the strike, and that's what you got to see in such a big quality batter, and that's what we have seen in the previous inning. He scored 100, but in this game, he knew exactly this is a different game. He has to start a fresh inning, and that's how is playing. Oh, that is a mighty shot from Hamid. How far is that gone? Looks like that's gone straight to the fielder hand. At point, I thought that it's gone for all the way, but there's a lack of timing in that shot. Caught in the deep. That's a wicket for Jishan.
I really believe so, that they've just probably got the first one. Jason gets his first, yep. So Germany will be losing their first wicket at 26 for 1. Is this just the opening they needed so much early on? And it's so very much needed, isn't it? As Hamid is gone. At the same point, Austria was struggling at 4 for no loss in 9 balls. But Germany have definitely made a very clear work of how they'll be going, especially with a man at the other end, Musadik, already on 19 not out of 5, as Shahid Afridi has come up in the middle. So now it will be both the right-handers in place. 26 for 1 for Germany.
Jisan mixing up with his pace, and because of that, Hamid paid the price. He played the shot, but because of lack of pace and that delivery, he caught in the deep. Saad Afridi announcing it on the very first ball, coming in, played the maximum, played the big shot. That's gone all the way. What a strike, what an intent, what a mindset. Sahid Afridi. Yes, this is a modern day cricket, but still, on the previous ball, you have lost the wicket, and how you are treating the bowler, it's looking like that he is already well set from the previous game. Look at this.
Last ball. It's a slower one. Well picked up. I think the bat just got twisted just at the end. And by the look of it, you know that the catch has been dropped. Ah, I won't say it's a no-look shot. We've already seen some kind of a Rashid Khan shots in the previous innings, but this I believe needed to be taken. I couldn't see much at the cow corner, but looking at how Jason's reaction was, I seriously believe this was the second wicket which was on call for the Austrians. But Germany did get alive in the form of Shahila Freedy. It's 32 for 1 after 2 overs for Germany.
32 for 1 after 2 overs. And those two shots from Shahid Afridi, that's a statement that is sending a clear message that that's how Germany will play. That's how Shahid will play. Shaping it away, but beautiful cut shot from the back foot. Mosadik pierced it perfectly. Placement to the perfection. What a shot that is.
Such a nice treat to the eye, isn't it? Tough little shot. This is something you cannot do on this pitch. You have seen there's no uneven bounce. The movement is correct. The batsman knows there's no demons from the pitch. So as soon as you pitch it, you ball it short. Be it Austria, be it Germany, they both of them have really taken it like duck takes to water. So that was very easy. This time swing, and it's a very very good swing from Umer. And do I see a small bit of a smile on his face also? And he's bowling it against where the breeze is blowing. So it might just make it a little difficult for the batsman to pick it up also. And I don't know exactly from where the sun is. It is. I believe it's from the straight angle because I could see the shadows going behind. Another. But nice ominous signs here, isn't it, Ahmed? If you have to bowl, you have to bowl very accurately, or else the punishment is round the corner.
Yeah, definitely. And the best part that both the batters are looking to dominate the bowlers. And when you are chasing a target like 164, and you have got the ability to strike, minimal risk, maximum reward, and the shot had class written all over it. What a strike from Shahid. This is the second maximum, facing his third delivery. Absolute carnage.
Oh yes, you have rightly mentioned that word carnage, isn't it? It's almost walking up to that shot. And if you can see, this is not the perfect foot movement that you want. But if these are such kind of deliveries which is coming up, you just need something of a power. Your hand-eye coordination is, and I believe this has gone towards the mid-wicket region for 4. Yes, umpire confirms it. The score for Germany quickly moves on to 47 for 1. Already, this is a huge over. 2 boundaries, a 6, a dot, a single. So very much of a mix. And we did see that sea movement. It just went away with the breeze. That was the second ball. But after that, he's been absolutely haywire. And this is where the competition lies, I believe, between bowlers who are very much experienced, with no disrespect to Umer. I think this is where the do that kind of SWOT analysis that you do, your strengths, weakness, opportunities, and traits. The more and more you do play in different conditions, different batsmen, that's when it will come to you. It will sink in more deeply as a bowler how to bowl in different conditions. Another over comes to an end. 3 overs bowled. Germany are sitting comfortably at a chase of 164 at 47 for 1.
47 for 1 after 3 over. And interesting to see Musadik and Sahid, how long they will take this game. Time will tell, but the way these two batters are playing, they are in a hurry. Both the batters are batting as if they have got all the time in the world. This time, fuller length delivery. Better bowling into the stumps line, bowling into the body can control the run rate at the moment, but as they got the stroke ability, they will definitely looking for some room. They're looking for half volleys, and as the bowler, you need to be very cautious in front of these two destructive batters out there. Musadik this time played it late, played it very fine, but there's a fielder.
Well, was it a dropped opportunity? I actually thought at the corner of the screen, as late as possible, that Musadik played it with no movement of the feet. It was almost like catching practice, isn't it? I mean, I really don't know have you have seen that or not. I believe that was a dropped opportunity. Nishan should have got his second wicket. Slow delivery. Oh, well, how? It is just a hopeless shot, to be honest. But well, how helplessly he has just picked it up will tell you the amount of integrity that this man Musadik Ahmed holds up to his batsmanship. This is another perfect example, a shining example of why you cannot be bowling to Musadik in his arc stance and doesn't put up too much. It's like a cheap shot, isn't it? You play in golf. It really just had to chip the shot and away it went for 6 runs. And a 50 also comes on the board for Germany. 53 for 1.
Well, I should say the bat met the great shot. On the previous delivery, we have seen wrist work at its very best, and once again, this time, beautiful pickup shot. And the best part, that looks like that he got the extra time. How beautifully he's picking the length. Look at this, how quickly. And the bat swing and also the bait transfer. Incredible piece of batting. Musadik, 36 of 13. This time into the stumps line, and after considered for boundaries, how can the bowler bowl in the accurate line and length? And that's a question, that's a big question, because you know that these two batters are looking for big shots. We'll discuss this later. Well, 4 over gone, 59 for 1.
And if someone loves statistics, as I mentioned before, I'm not a huge fan of mathematics, but I love getting to the statistics. The last time that Austria scored 140 up, they won that match versus Germany. 141 for 9 in the allotted 20 overs. That was in the Germany T20I tri-series. Germany 103 all out in 18.4 overs. That was the last time that Austria won. And that was in 2022 on the 10th of June. So can they repeat that feat? Nothing is impossible in cricket, isn't it? So 105 of 96, they still can probably tilt this match in their favor, but they will have to contain Musadik. He's on 36 not out of 14, never easy. The way he had just implanted his front foot, the way he has been playing the shot, the way he's been slapping the shot, it's not easy for. But again, if you have to look at how the criteria in the game has come nowadays, the way the technology also has played at certain part. As you look at the crowd, it's just building up at this wonderful venue of the Bayer Verdingen cricket ground here in Krefeld in West Germany, and the closeness wonderful for the population to come up and enjoy, because it is the happy Labor Day weekend that they're enjoying. But coming back to the statistics, Amit, I believe right from the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Euro region qualifier until the Tri Series, is of course Germany on the upper hand, but Austria, they also have the
And the team like these, they are definitely growing in their own while playing the game like these, and they're putting the hard yards. And as we have seen Italy in the last World Cup, so that's how the cricket is developed. Germany, they are really playing smart cricket. You can see the preparation, the way they have played, and all the department, and it looks good that the nations are preparing really well. And definitely in the upcoming days, we are going to see the Germany at the bigger stage, and it looks good. Now 102 required from 93 balls. Sahid and Musadik, these are the two batters. They are very explosive batters. And this time change of the free shot.
you use the word explosion, Amit. The word explosion. Someone tell me that there is a loudspeaker underground that the commentators can be heard. Absolutely explosive. Where did that ball go? It actually went like a tracer bullet. Of course, like a streak of light, like a light. Light takes 8 minutes to travel from the sun to the earth. That took less than half a minute, I'm sure. If it was, had to be rocketed from somewhere there, from one celestial body to the other. I'm sure it will take less than 8 minutes. But yes, again, you have said very much correct. Shahid Afridi playing like what the original Shahid Afridi was, and with Musa Diga the other end, it's forging like a very, very dangerous combo at the moment. So Austrians, they need to be very careful with the length and line. Oh, saw the arms of Bashir go up. It is just one run. Things are getting a little hotter up. So we need to be a little composed at the combox, but it's one run as Shahid Afridi. He will keep the strike. It's a very, very good partnership building up. 70 for 1 after 5 overs for Germany.
Well, we encourage the fans from nearby cities to come down and support the teams. It's a great atmosphere building here in Krefeld. It's a second T20I, Germany versus Austria. And these two batters are really having fun, especially Shahid Afridi. He is dominating bowlers mentally, explosive shots, and the power that he is showing here is a treat to watch. In the previous game as well, he got few deliveries to play, and he does the job perfectly for the team. Gives the good finish. This time he's running very hard because he has to go out of the boundary to pick the ball. What a strike! That's a maximum 49 from 19.
Really immense power, some calculation of power there, isn't it? So you make those maximum take out of the equation, you are left in nowhere, and that's why sometimes it's only fair to say that the ball has been sent to orbit for sure. And now make it 89 of 89. Now the heartbeats will drop in more for Austrians, because here from here on the only celebrating it. It's a huge wicket, isn't it, Amit? 75 for 2 for for Germany.
Definitely, this is a huge wicket and big relief for Austrian bowlers as well, because Shahid Afridi, he was looking dangerous, taking all the bowlers, dominating them mentally, and he's got only one way. He's playing very aggressive cricket, and now Rohit comes in at number 4 for Germany. Start off with a wide. You've just picked up a wicket on the previous ball, and you're bowling it wide to the new bowler, to the new batter, beg your pardon, Irfan. This is the right time to create the momentum for your team, to build the momentum, because you've got the danger man, Shahid Afridi, on the previous ball. It's better to bowl into the stumps line. Once again, umpire swinging his arm. That's again a wide delivery. Two back to back wide balls.
It's better delivery, just on the back. We'll have to we'll let you know the official score very soon. The Austrians will be very happy. But again, if you compare the scores of what they were at this juncture, they were little behind, not very far behind. But in terms of how the Willow for just one run, but our bad. It's my apologies that I did mention about Musadi getting out, but he's still there, Kupa in the crease. So the scores have just moved on, but here will be just 1 point where Austrians will look to make one more marker, one more wicket from here on, then they will feel confident. No, left-hander, right-hander, you need 10 stumps for you to get and dislodge one of the stumps. This was absolutely way off the track. And he's very lucky that the umpire had just given a wide. Many of them probably would have chosen to give a no ball. And you know what no ball means. There will be a free hit in the offering. Two legitimate balls still remaining. It's 78 for 2.
Over. And that's a boundary, I guess. constantly bowling outside off. This time the batter was ready, Musadik, and gets a boundary there. This time the bigger shot trying to play, but he caught at mid off. Not the best of connection from Musadik this time. Big fish caught once again. Two danger men has caught. At first it was Shahid Afridi and now Musadik. Austria are back in the game. What a fantastic delivery that was, trying to play over the infield, but not the best of connection from the blade, and that's where he caught at mid off. We'll have a closer look at this, and with this catch, you see another wicket goes down, and now German 79 for 3 and 85 required from 85 balls. And with this, it's time to take a breather. It's me, Amit, and Mayur taking a breather. And now, the voice of excitement, the two men's out there, Vansh and Piyush, are joining in and will take you ahead in the game.
Well, thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Amit. 6 overs done, power play done and dusted. A huge wicket on the final delivery of the power play. And that is exactly what Irfan Safi would have hoped for. 2 for 14 in that solitary over that he's bowled so far. He's been absolutely brilliant with his bowling changes as well as the captain. Now it's time for some spin. Bashir Khan, none for 10 in the first over that he bowled. He'll be bowling to Rohit Singh, who's on strike. Flighted straight away, and predation is the key from here.
Well, yes, definitely Vanch. Would you believe it? 3 wickets inside that power play, although they have scored 83 runs.
The second one isn't on there. This is a huge moment for the Austrians to kind of get back into this game. You mentioned that the current run rate is about 11 and a half runs an over from here on. 12 and a half runs an over, beg your pardon. 83 runs on the board. This is a moment where the bowling side has to claw their way back in with another series of wickets if they can get. They'll be trying to do so. The first three good deliveries bowled by Bilal.
Ended in the 20 overs. They had to take those all 10 wickets, and they're right on course for it. They've got 3. The Germans were very much in control still, but a couple of more wickets here can make things interesting. Rohit on strike, meanwhile, once again. And it's a flighted delivery. Wanting to get their eye in and not playing any rush shots before finishing this game off.
Well, absolutely, Piyush. The required run rate is just a touch under 6 runs and over, so it makes sense actually to tap the ball into the gaps and look for those singles and doubles and build a partnership at the moment rather than trying those rash shots as well as we move towards the final delivery of this over.
Well, that's another wide down the leg side. But in fact, not given by the umpire. And maybe a slightly lucky out there, Mohammad Bilal. Nonetheless, that's the end of the 7th. It's 86 for 3 for the Germans.
Very good over by Mohammad Bilal Zalmai. Just 3 runs coming off that one. And we're proud to associate this tournament with the DCB cricket, the Deutsche Cricket Bund. They've got their social media channels, which you can see on your screens as well. Do follow them on all their social media platforms for regular updates regarding German cricket and the matches that they are all set to play as well. They're playing this bilateral series after a pretty long time against the Austrian side. Austria touring Germany here at Krefeld, and it's been quite an amazing series so far on day one itself. And to all viewers who've tuned in, a very warm afternoon as we are all set for an exciting finish in the second T20. He gets his first boundary, easy as it gets, just releasing the pressure that was created by the spinner in the previous over as well.
Well, not sure exactly why would you want to continue with pace. Well, I understand that Irfan has bowled an exceptional over. He's taken a couple of big wickets, big scalps, but can't really afford to give away a boundary at this stage of the game. Now they need less than a run a ball.
Here comes Irfan again. This is have a look at his arm speed, which is quite good as well, and his natural angle is the one that tails back into the right hander as well. Just have a look at the release point from this particular angle in the next delivery, and you can find out that Irfan kind of gets the ball to come back into the right hander, which is his greatest suit so far as well. Third delivery of the over now coming up, bowling to Rohit Singh. Short delivery. That was way too short on that occasion. I mentioned about his skill of getting the ball back in, but this time just a bit too wayward on that occasion as well. And Rohit picks up his first six of the innings.
Well, that might be one of the most flattest sixes you would ever see because it didn't look like it took that much of height, but once again, all the way. And Rohit Singh, it seems like he wants to enjoy himself up against Irfan. This is turning out to be an expensive over. 10 have come of it already, halfway through it. Once again, a lot of width offered, but this time a wide outside the guideline on the offside. And an extra run needs to reload it, does Irfan.
This is actually turning out to be the right over that the Germans would have hoped for after that pretty silent last over. It was actually the most economical over of the entire match. Just 3 runs coming off that one. Rohit Singh says enough is enough and picks up 11 runs of the first three deliveries now.
Well, yeah, it seems like he is in a mood out here to clinch the series tomorrow morning itself. Well, guided towards the leg side for a single.
Well, good thing is the fact that there is not much of recovery period in between these matches as well. So the games come pretty quick and fast as well. Not much time for the Austrians to think about their efforts today. Just going with the flow for the Germans, on the other hand.
Well, yes, definitely. And this time a swing and a miss, wanting to drive that one, Rohit, but misses out. So a rare dot delivery for Irfan. After being hit for some runs, one more left now in this eighth. Well, will be interesting to see once how do the Austrians respond. Not only here, but even tomorrow morning and further on. Well, it's a five-game series, and you still have an opportunity to come back, don't you?
Well, absolutely, Piyush, given the fact that the first game was an absolute belter as far as the Germany. The 100 comes up with that single. It's 100 for the loss of three after 8 overs. And as I was mentioning about the point that there is not much rest between the T20Is as well. As you rightly pointed out, if Germany can win this one, which it looks like they will, 64 needed of the last 12 overs, required run rate at 5.3, it will be a far easier task for them to pull out the games tomorrow as well. That will really put them in a very comfortable situation. But you have to feel for Team Austria as well. They've not been at their best, but they sure change in bowling. Mohammad Bilal Zalmai continuing none for three in the first over with Fayaz on strike now. Right then, Fayaz on strike, the off spinner to bowl, slightly better delivery and good bit of fielding of his own bowling to stop the single. Well, it's generally said that bowlers are excellent fielders of their own bowling, and that is actually being proven out there as well. This time tries to flight that one. Towards long on, but Piyush, things are looking pretty slim out there for Team Austria in the bowling and fielding.
Well, yes, definitely. This was always going to be an issue with a target as 164. Well, they have just smashed it around inside that power play, haven't they, the Germans? And they continue to keep on continuing this kind of fashion. Once again, tossed up slightly and played nicely on that leg side. Another single taken. Well, happy to not play the big shots against the spinners.
Well, absolutely. We've not seen these two use the long handle against the spin, especially of Mohammad Bilal Zalmai. Let's see if that happens in this final delivery of the over.
Well, it's been a decent one for the Austrians, but they need wickets. They need seven magical deliveries out here. Well, once again, pushed towards the short mid wicket fielder. And that's another dot. Now, one more delivery left in this ninth. And Basir, well, he's bowled a decent over out here. Can he close it out? Well, it is all about how you take the pressure, isn't it? Well, it wouldn't matter much to the Austrians even if they lose the series by 5 to nothing. Well, it was coming, wasn't it, Vansh?
Well, absolutely. You kind of expected that shot to be coming here. And you can see the reaction of the bowler, Mohammad Bilal, as well. He felt that the ball was just a bit too full. And it was in the arc for the batter as well. A 6 to end what was supposed to be a very good over from the spinner. 9 done. It's 109 for the loss of 3 as we have a look at that glorious shot. Once again, you can see Mohammad Bilal just flighting that up. And have a look at that. Handsome as it gets. This time from the bat of Fayaz Khan, who's just brought up his first 6 as well. 55 more needed in the last 11 overs to go. It looks like a walk in the park for the Germans today.
Well, yes, definitely. Very much in control, the Germans. Only 55 more required. The asking rate has come down to 5 for them. Well, all you can make out is that the Austrians took one extra game to score one run more than what the Germans posted early on, which just tells you the story of the entire day out here, doesn't it, Vansh?
Well, absolutely. They've been switched on ever since ball number 1, have the Germans. You can see the kind of effort that the captain, along with Ben Kohler Cadmo, have put on both Centurions today. An excellent knock from both of them as well. Have a look at that stat on the bottom right of your screens. Austria were 47 for 2 at the end of 9 overs, which is more than double to what Germany have put on the board today in these 9 overs as well. That just shows the difference between the two sides. 55 boundaries so far in this tournament, and we're only on day number 1. That's a staggering stat. 52 sixes to add on as well. Equal, almost equal are the number of boundaries and sixes. That is actually pretty staggering in a tournament like this one as well. Change in bowling.
Well, shorter boundaries. So 107 for them already in the 69 overs that have been bowled today. In fact, only 64 because the Austrians managed to play out only 15 in the first game. Well, 47 for 2 is what they were, but that was a remarkable recovery as well for the Austrians, wasn't it, Vansh?
Well, absolutely. The recovery came in from the lower middle order, this time down the leg side. The umpire has to spread his arms to call that one as a wide. The umpires actually had some good exercise in the first match as they were raising their hands. So many sixes in that first innings, in the first match as well. The umpires might have had some cramps out there in their shoulders, isn't it, Piyush?
Well, yes, definitely. And the Germans at home, you would expect them to dominate as well, but in this fashion, it was not expected at all.
Dot ball this time around. Good lines and good lengths. At the moment, Austria need wickets. And who is going to give them the wicket is the big question. Is it going to be Mohammad Zalmai, who's been brought in to bowl, or is it going to be Mohammad Bilal Zalmai, who was bowling the previous over as the spinner as well? It's Nelson at
Well,
the moment, the dreaded figure. And
Well, it's not only about the victory, is it? Because these are all valuable experiences. As you saw at the bottom of the screen just a few moments before, Austria were 47 for 2 in 9 overs, and they somehow managed to reach to the total of 163. So it's the game situation which it comes out to later on as well, as they prepare for those World Cup qualifiers. Germany, of course, is a very good side, and it might not be, after all, that important for them to win this game, but it will definitely help them grow in confidence, even if they get one over the line in this series. Because at the moment, it seems like the Germans are going to just smash through. How do you respond to that? Will be mainly on the character that they show. Well, once again, in the slot, it's gone high and it's gone handsome as well. Another maximum. This time it's Fayaz with that clean strike.
well, he picked up that slower delivery really, really well. He was waiting for it till the end, and once it came into his slot, just dispatched that one over the boundary as well. Well, Piyush, just to add on to your point, these two teams last played a cricket match in 2023. 21st of July 2023 was when Germany and Austria played a last T20 international, with Germany won comfortably by 9 wickets as well, with 59 balls remaining in the slot. Once again, Fayaz gets back-to-back sixes, 16 runs off the 10th over, and now they just need 39 runs of the last 10 overs as well. Fayaz and Rohit, both of them are stitching together a wonderful partnership, courtesy those sixes as well. Disappointing end for Mohammad Bilal, and at the end of 10 overs now, Germany 125 for 3. And as we speak, it's time for all the players to take a drinks break here at the end of 10 overs. 10 overs done and dusted, 125 on the board. And this historical broadcast is brought to you by the commercial power of SMW Global and the technological brilliance of Sportward as well. SMW Global is now active in 41 countries, and they couldn't have asked for a better showcase from Germany along with Austria as well. Sadiq Ahmed, 40 of 16. Blistering knock from him once again, doing his job in the power play. Shahid Afridi, 18 of 8. A quick cameo from him as expected. And then Rohit Singh and Fayaz Nasiri just telling their fellow captains that they are in the race for getting those quick fire sixes as well. And as far as the bowling attack is concerned, it was actually a very, very good power play in terms of wickets for them, not in terms of those economy rates and those runs for Team Austria. But Piyush, the bowling really has to improve a bit here.
Well, definitely it has to. Well, it's not completely towards the bowling either, you would say, because this ground is pretty short and we have those short boundaries, don't we? Irfan Safi, well, that was a magical over, wasn't it? The last one of the power play, getting a couple of big wickets and a wicket as well for Zishan early on in the innings. But other than that, it's been very difficult looking for the Austrians. Well,
That
you would
is
expect maybe the Austrians to try and get a few more runs in the next game so that they can try and make sure that they have enough runs on the board, because in the modern era 163 is just never enough, especially on a ground like this one.
well. Let's have a look at one of the videos, the sponsor videos. Here we go. Well, just to see how this innings has progressed as well. Seventh over was a brilliant over by the bowler Mohammad Bilal. There's 3 runs coming off that one. Mohammad Bilal Zalmai. And now he's back into the attack as we see the DCB promotions out there. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Follow the Deutsche Cricket Bund, who have made this tournament possible. Austria Tour of Germany 2026 as well. Short delivery and hit with ease on the onside for another maximum. You cannot expect those deliveries not to be hit, can you, Piyush?
Well, not at all, once again, not the best of the deliveries, and the shoulders, well, they had started to drop and now go further down, just 33 away from victory to mark another one for the Germans.
Well, he's bowled that one at halfway down the pitch, and to the batsman's credit, he's not missed out on that one as well. Was a waiver delivery agreed, but batsman still had to put it off on the onside, and he did that with ease in the end. Here comes Bilal to Rohit once again. Flighted this time. He's not taking any chances, which is a very good thing. 16 of 26, he wants to stay there till the end and see his side through, which is a sign of a very quality batter as well. And Rohit Singh, along with Fayaz Khan Nasiri, are doing exactly that thing. He's running hard between the wickets, as you can see as well. He's picked up two on that occasion, trying to go for the third, but it wasn't on there. Piyush, the quality of cricket, especially batting from Germany, has been superlative today, isn't it?
Well, yes, definitely, but I'm not exactly sure about the field setup or the type of the delivery that he's trying to bowl, because there's no one out there on that leg side behind square. There's a big gap. It's basically a wicket keeper and then a deep mid wicket. So it's always going to be very easy for the batters to try and get those boundaries in there, and he's which is slightly better. So he gives only a single away and brings Fayyaz on strike. Still a couple of more deliveries left in this over. Once again, just push back to the bowler. Well, that is the line. That is exactly the line that he should be bowling with a field like this one. He's got one more left. Can he make the batter play a false shot? Well, once again onto the pad, and Fayaz wanted to just guide that one, and he's missed out on that occasion. So another dot gets away with it. At the end of the 11th now, it is 134 for 3.
Well, 134 for 3. Just 30 more required now for Germany. And they're all set to take a 2-0 lead in this 5-match T20I series. Certainly looks like they'll do that with ease in the next couple of overs with the rate that they're going with. 11 overs, they've scored 134 at a current run rate of about 12 runs an over as well. Change in bowling yet again. We've seen some incredible partnerships throughout, but nothing was more spectacular than what we saw in the morning today. The captain, along with Ben Kohler Cadmo, scoring a partnership of 238 runs, the second highest partnership in a T20 international ever. And that is the quality of cricket that we've seen on our hands today. This time, good. The point fielder actually does well to gather that one and throw it as well. But in the end, it's all safe for Rohit.
Well, yes, definitely a call of a yes and a no, and you wouldn't want a run out at this stage of the game. Of course, never a good sight to see for the batters.
Well, look at the bounce on that one. He's given that one out as well. The faintest of edges. And that is what he's indicating as well is Rohit. The extra bounce does him on that occasion, and Bashir picks up his first wicket now. Excellent delivery in the most uncommon of circumstances as well.
Well, a wicket against the run of play, wasn't it? Well, an awkward bounce in the end off the pitch, and he's just not been managed to keep that one away, has he? Another one gone, wicket number four, and trying to fight still here, the Austrians.
Well, that's a big wicket, but is it too late? Is the big question as well. Fayaz Khan Nasiri still there at the non-strikers end, and still a lot of batting to come for Germany, given the fact that they've got the wicketkeeper who has just come out to bat, Sachin Mandi. We've heard a lot about him. This is the first time actually that he'll be batting in this tournament as well. 30 required from 52. Bashir needs to pick up a couple more to get his side back into the game now. He's picked up a good wicket. Ball suddenly rising from that good length. Here comes Bashir, bowling his first delivery to Sachin Mandi.
Well, yes, there are a few areas on the pitch where the ball is just rising, and this is really an opportunity for Austria to.
Well, absolutely. This is a big, big opportunity for them as well. Sachin has a good opportunity to get some runs under his belt.
Have a look at that delivery. How good was that? And Sachin Mandi, he was too late onto that one. Somehow manages to keep it away.
A good delivery once again. Suddenly, he just seems to have found his length. Does Bashir. It's a good opportunity for him bowling against the new batter as well.
That is another dot to close it out. Wow, what an over. So a wicket maiden for Basir in the end. At the end of the 12th, it's 134 for 4.
Well, we see that on very, very rare occasions. A wicket maiden in a T20 international, and especially given how the first game and this one has panned out as well, it's a very, very rare occurrence that we've seen a maiden over. The most economical over in this match, a wicket maiden from Bashir Khan, as he has now completed his 2 overs, 1 for 10, an economy of 5. And here comes Mohammad Bilal Zalmai bowling his last over of the spell now. Bowling to Fayaz. Fayaz just trying to unsettle the bowler on that occasion, trying to run down the wicket. Almost got outfoxed himself. The kind of delivery that it was from Mohammad Bilal as well, quicker and flatter as well. This time, that's a big opportunity. Will the umpire raise his finger? It's a huge appeal from the keeper and the bowler, and you can understand the frustration of the bowler because that was looking quite adjacent to the stumps, wasn't it, Piyush?
Well, maybe it would have gone on to hit the stumps, but I think the impact was slightly outside the off stump. Well, worst case scenario, it would have gone to the umpire's call is what I feel, even if we had the facility of the DRS.
Couple of good dot deliveries from Mohammad Bilal here. None for 21 into his fourth over. Plays that one off the back foot. Excellent bowling. Three dot deliveries. Out of the last nine deliveries, we've seen a wicket fall and no runs being scored.
Well, they're stranded on 134 at the moment, the Germans. And it seems like we are in for something interesting out here. And as soon as we speak, that one perfectly into that cow corner region. No one out there between long on and deep mid wicket. And he gets a boundary finally. Brings the target down to just 26 more needed. And I'm not sure if he's done something to himself. We hope that he's all right.
Well, 26 more needed in 44 balls. It was in the gap, but fortune favouring Fayaz on that occasion, I would say.
And now charging down the wicket, and has he cleaned him up? But he's continuing to struggle with the hamstring, and somehow the ball has managed to miss the leg stump, almost hitting the top of leg. And not sure exactly what Fayaz is up to out here.
Well, Piyush, that was a missed stumping opportunity from the keeper as well. Nothing is going Mohammad Bilal's way. An unlucky LBW shout which didn't go his way, and now the keeper has missed out on a stumping opportunity as well. Final delivery of the spell for Mohammad Bilal. None for 25 for him. It's been a very unlucky day for someone who's bowled in the right channels.
He is going to swing again, isn't he? Got 5 dots and a 4 coming off it. At the end of the 13, that's 138 for 4.
138 for 4. He's struggling with cramps. Is Fayaz. 26 needed of the last 7. The physio will be on the field and he will give a medical checkup to Fayaz as well. But what a beautiful start of the week it has been. Weekend, in fact, it has been. We of course have Labor Day here in Germany and across most of the regions of Europe as well. And a major public holiday for all the fans. They're certainly making most use of this weekend as well by coming onto the ground and watching some incredible cricket on display as well. You can see that this area is very, very close to Dusseldorf, Cologne, Bonn, and even a couple of hours of drive from the Netherlands as well. And all the fans out there are watching a team that is currently a big talk in the cricketing world, especially in the associate nations as well. Here comes Bashir once again. Found a place to get the single from. He's tried it out on 5 occasions now to guide the ball on the offside. He's still not opened his account yet. And that is a bit of a sign of worry, as you mentioned, Piyush, as well, that the middle order should be tested so that they can face those situations as well. A very clumsy single again, I would say, from Sachin as he opens his account.
Well, finally off the mark. Well, as you mentioned, a historical ground, this one isn't it? It's in the right, in the middle of everything out here, isn't it? The Bayer Oerdingen cricket ground out here. Meanwhile, Sachin Mandi getting off the mark. Well, the batter not quite ready, as Basir was once again set on his bike.
Well, the onus is all on Fayaz now. 19 of 25 is playing a responsible innings now. 3 sixes and a boundary so far. Looks to go for the big shot. He's not connected that one well. Immediately has a look at the sticker of his bat, and that's a good catch in the end at long gone as well. It's a big moment in this game, but is it too late? Is the question which I keep on asking again and again. 5th wicket falls down for Germany. And just at the right time, I would say, as Bashir picks up his second, he's absolutely bowling in the right channels, isn't he, Piyush?
Well, definitely. And this is not only a wicket, well, it's giving a lot of confidence to the whole team of Cricket Austria. Well, another very good catch. We saw quite a few being dropped early on in the first game. And in the second game, they have come out in a much more better action, better mood. And they take another catch, another very good one. And five down, half the side gone of the Germans, and still trying to hang around in this game here.
Have a look at the number of bowlers the Austrian captain has used. Six bowlers used so far, none for 25 for Mohammad Zalmai with one for 17. Bashir Khan, the pick of the bowlers. It is actually going pretty well. 13.3 overs done, 139 for 5. Here comes Muslim Ashraf onto the crease as well.
Well,
Flicks
once
that one
again,
on.
well, it was nicely guided to get off the mark straight away. Well, this is exactly what we were talking about. It's not always about smashing the ball around, is it? The game of T20, because at this kind of a situation, you need someone to knock the ball around to play with that straight bat. Well, meanwhile, Sachin Mandi also thinks otherwise, and it seems like he's found the distance. Finally, he connects one. He had to wait quite a while. He faced six deliveries. He was looking very nervy, and all of a sudden, breaking the shackles.
Much needed end to the over here. They need those boundaries to just ease off the pressure, if there ever was pressure actually. Sachin Mandi finally breaking the shackles with his first maximum of the innings as well.
So now one more delivery left in this 14th, only 18 more required. That one nicely towards the fielder at short third, and they take that quick single. A direct hit was required. Well, nonetheless, that's the end of the 14th now. Another very good over for the Austrians. It's 147 for 5 now for Germany.
Some quality action coming to you live tomorrow as well, as we start off with the very same schedule. 10:30 a.m. local time start here from Krefeld for the third T20I, which begins tomorrow on a Super Saturday here in Germany as well. And then we've of course got the other T20I starting off at 3:30 p.m. local time. Two cracking matches coming up tomorrow as well between Germany and Austria. Both sides looking to make a mark in European cricket. Germany, who have actually progressed quite quickly and quite well in the European circuit and the world circuit as well, to say the least. 35th in the ICC World Rankings. And Austria are 42nd in the rankings as well. So slowly clawing their way up the ladder. And here comes a change in bowling. Looks like it will be Irfan to bowl, and he will be bowling to Sachin Mandi. Starts off with a good delivery.
Well, nicely bowled once again. Well, I think if Germany wins this series by 5 to nothing, they push ahead in the world rankings, the ICC rankings, number 35 right now. And I think by my calculation, they will go up to 32nd. Not sure exactly on that one. We will have to check that. And it is an opportunity for them.
Place that one on the onside. Will just be a single. You can just take a look at the visual on the bottom right of your screens. 92 for 4 were Team Austria at this point of time, which is about 50 runs behind where Germany are at this moment as well. That just shows the kind of difference that the knock from the captain Musaddiq Ahmed, 16 ball 40 from him today, quick fire 31 of 13 from Shahid Afridi. These are the knocks that create a very good impact onto this innings as well. As Irfan, who's just charging in and he's bowling well, challenging the middle order of Team Germany as well.
Well, yes, once again, Done really well there. Well, still good to see that they are still fighting out there. Is Team Austria, and well, of course, there's no point in running around the bush and complaining about the defeat out here, but to try and fight, which will only just help them later on.
They can deal with singles at the moment. All Austria want is wickets at the moment, and if they can deny them and pick those singles up and get the scoreboard ticking, even though pretty slowly, they'll just be in the most comfortable of situations to win this one.
Well, can they get a moment here, the Austrians, 2-2, which will make things interesting, won't it? Once, well, once again pushed on the offside, and they refused the single in the end. Both the batters coming almost half the way, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. All of this is valuable experience, and in these kind of situations, you need to hold your nerve. And it seems like Team Germany, they are struggling slightly at the moment, although they are in the driver's seat, but they're not quite able to finish the game off as crisply as they would have wanted.
They need a moment of magic, don't they? Moment of brilliance in the field or with the ball.
Well, one more delivery left and has been left alone. So a test match kind of a leave, which closes out over number 15. It's 149 for 5 for Germany. And also, there is going to be a change in the commentary box. It's going to be Mayur and Amit back into the action.
Thank you so much, Piyush and Van Chawla. And I love the way Sachin respected you both guys by leaving the ball in test match style. Yes, Sachin, the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar. But 16 of 34, rightly mentioned by you, Piyush and Vansh, that some kind of a magic, you never know. It can just swing both ways. 5 wickets remaining. This can just be a close encounter. You never know. Slow delivery. Well, once I feel they have just closed the door for the Austrians. The Germans are saying no, you cannot go in because just 9 required now. This is such a healthy shot and such a shot to welcome Amit into the com box also. Welcome, Amit.
Thank you so much, Mayur. Wonderful shot from a classic player, Muslim. And once again, this is a beautiful line. That's where you have to bowl, but still not so many runs aboard now. And this is a very different game from the previous one. In the last game, we have seen mammoth total from Germany, fast-paced game. But here in this game, this time cuts really easily and played it really late, guided towards the third man, will get a single there. And this is a very different kind of a game and a cricket we have seen from Germany. Although Ben haven't came to bat, but apart from that, Musadik and Sahid plays two really good knock, and still Germany is trying to find their way into the game, and they lost 5 wickets so far. Good piece of bowling from Austria. And what if they have got anything above 200? They could have been in the game, Mayur.
Yes, that's a very clear thought, isn't it? Somewhere near 200. In fact, somewhere around 180 also would have probably helped to turn the tables. Never know, and they can sense it coming. That had we betted more, had probably we get that partnership moving. It's all about game of partnership. That's why T20 cricket can be so very cruel. And then Mohammad comes in over the wicket. This is more of a sim of delivery, completing the first one very hard. I was about to say that easy running on the danger zone was Muslim because umpire was looking very closely onto it, but just a shot away of making it 2-2 on the very opening day here of this 5-match bilateral series. Germany still on top of the game. 158 for 5 after 16 overs.
$158 for 5 after 16 over, and as you just mentioned, they are one shot away to make it 2-2. And Mohammed comes in, bowling his final over of the spell. Interesting to see whether Germany will finish this game with a massive six, because Sachin is on strike in the second last over that he faced. He hits a maximum in that shot, in that over long on. So he has got the capability, and will definitely try to finish the game with a big shot. And that's what he tried. Not the best of connection. Bowler waiting, and looks like that there's a fielder in the deep. Has he taken it or not? Looks like a drop catch there, Mayur.
I cannot exactly contemplate of what has happened in there. I can see just one batsman right in the middle. I don't know whether it's a drop catch or is it a wicket gone by. I believe a wicket has gone by, because I can see the shadows from the corner that the team is celebrating there, I believe. And a batsman has just gone out. So I think, yeah, so officially comes in wicket number 6 have gone down. It's too late, but I remember when I was a child, there was a match between New Zealand versus Sri Lanka, and Danny Morrison was the bowler. New Zealand won that match, and they stole the show, and that was played in Sharjah. I was very young, so if something of that order happens, then you never know. That's why cricket is such a very good delivery. He had to squeezing towards deep cover. But that's why cricket makes it such a huge possibility, isn't it? 2 runs comes in here, but still you never know. Some good stroke of luck, and these Austrians might just be dwindling there, and that's why you.
And keeper tried really hard for that, and that's a winning moment as well for Germany. Second victory in a row. 5 matches T20I series between Germany and Austria, and this is the second victory of the day for Germany, and very convincing one. Mayur.
Absolutely. This is a very, very good win, I would say. I won't say very, I would say just one very in there. So 4-wicket win here. It's convincing, but they'll have to reflect back on why probably it was a staggered start. Because somewhere 20, 25 runs more, they would have definitely felt some cold feet moment. But kudos to Austrians, despite the loss. There's still 3 matches to go. They're now trailing by 2-0 in this bilateral series, which means they've now lost 6 continuous matches, out of which they have lost 5 by defending, 1 by chasing. So still lots to probably think overnight. There's still some time remaining, but well done, Germany. They lost the toss. They were inserted to bat first, made it 308 in the first match. Now they won the toss, elected to bowl, trying to do something different. Again, needed runs on the board, but that's how it happened, isn't it? How the Austrians, they knew how to make a comeback. As you can say, the formalities, the handshake formalities, they know how close it could have been, because they have been seeing each other over the years. I believe Piyush or Van Chawla, our other commentators, our set of commentators, they did mention the last time in 2023 Germany, it was a very comfortable 9 wicket win. I did mention about 4 years back how Austria, they made 141. They won by 38 runs. So today could have been different, but unfortunately it was not to be. So tomorrow again we'll be having a double header. Let's see if Austrians can make a comeback, isn't it, Amit, tomorrow?
Definitely, because from the previous game, they have done so much better in this second T20I, and when they come tomorrow, it definitely will come with a lot of preparation as well. And interesting to see how they will go in the game. And this is a beautiful game that we have witnessed. Could have been a better one if Austria have near about 180 above 180 score, but coming back from that game and working nicely. And now Germany won by 4 wickets. That's a official statement. And this is the second victory of the day, two convincing victory. And the first game was a very dominating one, and the second one is a wonderful game that we have witnessed. This is the batting card. Few incredible knock from players like Musadik Ahmed, 40 of 16, and then a good cameo from Shahid Afridi, 18 of 8, Rohit Singh, 29 from 21, Fayaz Ansari, 25 of 20. So a collective effort from all the batters, and that's how they take his team over the line.
So 13 extras also in that. So that will be hurting because again, minuscule of those runs also means that somewhere the light was there shining on you. It just took out, that your opposition right at the front foot. You don't have to go too far, isn't it? England versus New Zealand at the home of cricket when they won by the barest of the margins. So all of those things you will be just recovering over time. Not much time left, less than 24 hours since they go on to play the third T20 tomorrow. And looking at the bowling scorecard of Austria, still very healthy figures, I would say, with the recurring chief is Irfan Safi, 3.3 overs, 9 extras, 36 runs, and 3 wickets. Now, again, he'll be having a very dual mindset, isn't it? He's given our extras also, he's taken wickets also, but 1 wicket apiece for Jisan Goraya, Basir Khan, and Mohammad Zalmai. And see the fall of wickets also. That gap needs to be somewhere sorted out between 75 to 134. And I feel again that 25-30 runs more marker, and then Austria could have been on the brink of making it 1-1 in the day. But nonetheless, the ifs and buts will always be there in any sport. Germany have made it 2 out of 2 on day number 1 by winning by 4 wickets. First by 162 runs, and now by 4 wickets. Very, very interesting day, I would say. Love the way it has just made it almost like a seesaw battle, especially in the second match. The first one was very much of a one-sider, but this is something which I loved it. Now you can see the descending order. Amit, if you can see can you explain on this, the descending order? Right from the first one, can you see the flight just as if the flight is just descending on an airport, isn't it?
Yeah, rightly said. They have taken off beautifully, but then they are playing slowly and reaching towards the target. And Germany, they are very much convinced with this victory, and they knew that they are going to achieve this target. Although Ben is not there in this playing 11, but look at this Austria tour of Germany T20I 2026. This is the comparison, and if you see, this game goes close, but in the end, if you see, it was Germany who got a victory in this game as well. This is the graph, the comparison graph, you see, and that's where you can see the difference. The both teams, the way they have played. Germany outclassed once again Austria in this game, but Austria, from their perspective, they have done well from the last game.
So we'll be having the highlights very soon on your screen. I'm sure it's going to be a very good one, isn't it, Amit? And this highlights, as I mentioned before, it was coming a little slower, but it'll be interesting package to see. Always, it's like a mirroring of how it goes, and as the medium pacers just started off the show, they started off with a wide, as far as I remember. That when the runs did come in, it is a package which will show you that if they had to hold on to a very good length, that was a very good shot, isn't it? Within the power play to make the runs come. They scored 163 for 7 in the allotted 20 overs, with Jason Arif top scoring at 31, not out of 11, and Muslim Ashraf the top, with Sajid Liaquat taking a couple of wickets. And when Germany had the chance to bat, they finished in 99 deliveries at 165, which was needed to make it 2-0 in the day. So good game of cricket that you've seen in both the encounters, and I'm sure you have also enjoyed as much as we just enjoyed presenting you a good game of cricket in both the encounters. Until tomorrow we meet, this is Mayur Barwa, along with my co-commentators Amit, Piyush and Van Chawla and all the production unit. We say a very goodbye and we'll meet you again tomorrow. You take care of yourself and have a great evening ahead.